people. If you don't recognize that tune, that's a good thing, trust me. Jon Warden's back with us. Me and Jon went to college together, so we're going to talk about that again. We're going to talk about the IFB, of course, and we're going to talk about all kinds of stuff that went on the bus route, in the dorms, all that fun stuff from our past. We set another record with this podcast. We all just about hit 3 hours. So if you can hang on for that long, great. If you can't, that's fine too. Take it in bits and pieces. But if you were in school at any point in time at Hyles-Anderson or some other type of IFB college, you're definitely going to enjoy it. If you were there between 2004, 2005, you're really going to enjoy it because we bust out the 04-05 yearbook and the tour handbook and go through all the fun stuff that was inside. As always, I'm so grateful for you guys sticking around, paying attention, shooting me a direct message, keeping in contact. Thank you so much, and enjoy this special edition of Not Your Mother's Podcast.
I completely forgot about all of these things.
So, we're in the same class.
2005,
so this is from our sophomore year.
Yeah.
Our worst year. That's great. Well, my worst year. Sophomore year was my worst year for sure.
Yeah. This is odd.
All right. I gotta stop. We're gonna have so much fun right now. I didn't even know I had. I knew I had that, not this. I almost want to have that and not do the intro.
Okay.
Is it crooked? I think it's a little crooked, but
Is it?
it's whatever. It's fine. I just realized this is gonna read backwards on the entire podcast.
Say it backwards.
Nagahickum, I think. Nugget. Yeah, I nailed it. Read it backwards.
One eternity later.
My name's Stuart. This is my buddy Jon, and this is the Not Your Mother's Podcast. Yeah. Yes. Did we switch them? Oh, we got the right ones. We have 2 different whiskeys going on.
Oh, yeah, I made sure.
Take a whiff of that. All right.
Just let it sit in your mouth.
Folks, I've been on I've been dry slightly recently, and I haven't had that Caskmates in like a month, so I'm going to thoroughly enjoy this. You may notice some new additions to the podcast behind me. This would be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, as Jon had previously mentioned to me before we started. This man is in a federal penitentiary in Kentucky. Gets a lot of female visitors, so I hear. I'll be honest with you, I don't have a lot of bad things to say about this guy. If you can see him, I'm not going to say his name. I just don't. This guy's a piece of shit. So, yeah. And we have some other things with us today. So, we are going to be talking about Nagahickum. I'm just kidding. We're going to be talking, I'm trying to get funny, and it's not good.
We'll get there, dude.
We're going to talk about where me and Jon went to college, and I know there are a lot of you that went to the same college, or some of you might be there now. A lot of you that went for a couple years, some of you that graduated, some of you that got a master's. Jon got a master's, correct?
Yes.
Woohoo!
Nailed it.
6 years. And so,
Ouch, bro. Cut me deep.
Yeah, did I cut you to the quick?
Yeah.
So, we're going to talk about Hyles-Anderson College. And I know it's going to be very similar to a lot of the colleges that you guys went to if you went to an independent fundamental Baptist college or something similar. They're not all IFB, but there's a lot of very conservative, I would say, Christian colleges that only do intramural sports. You can only work certain places, or they have a lot of kind of. I understand needing regulatory things as a young adult, but just over the top when it comes to legalism. So we're going to talk about that. We also have, will you show the people, Jon, a yearbook from myself and Jon's freshman year. We're going to be going through that.
Sophomore.
Sophomore.
2005.
Yeah, 2005. My fault. Sophomore year. I even said that earlier, and then I had forgotten.
That's the only reason I remembered.
So we're going to go through the yearbook. It's just like any other yearbook, except it's not. So we'll go through that, and I think you guys will get a kick out of us getting a kick out of it. I think that'll be fun. Actually, I know it will be. And then I have from the vaults. Okay, so first, this is not exactly what it looks like. Oh, and I opened right up to me. This is a. Is this a calendar? This is a calendar, like a.
You guys made the centerfold.
We made the centerfold. It's a calendar that went over all the schedules of the tour members that sang on tour around the country for the Hyles-Anderson College. I was one of them one year. I would say I'm not sure how I made it, but I am sure a friend of mine talk to Anthony Collins and let me in. There's no way I would have gone on tour. No, staff didn't like me enough. I was definitely not. I was not cool enough, and my dad's church wasn't 5,000 plus, so that ruled me out also.
You did not
That's the
suckle
thing.
on the teeth enough.
I didn't do that at all.
You weren't a suckler,
Yeah, no, I didn't. But anyways, from that, I have our tour handbook. High quality Walmart stuff here, and I'm gonna read through some of the rules that were penned by this fella, who's in the pin. So I want.
I see what you did there.
Do you see that? It's the whiskey.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are some rules here that are gonna be like, okay, that's bizarre, and then there's some that you're gonna be like, hey, what? So what we did on tour was we would go all summer, so like 3 months or so, and we go to all churches that had denominations similar to the college, and we would sign kids up for college. We'd sing, and we'd look cool, and we'd try to not get too fat, and we'd eat a lot of shitty food, and we'd wear suits all the time, and on off days when we weren't wearing suits that matched, we would wear casual clothes that matched. Luckily, we had a chaperone, tour pastor, whatever you want to call him, that didn't make us abide by that, but anytime we were around another tour group, we had to wear matching casual clothes. That was fun. Always be aggressively positive and friendly. I'm not sure how that plays out, but that's a rule. Be an aggressive listener.
Hey.
I don't know.
Let me bend your ear.
Let me bend your ear. Let me have my ears bent by you. Be an aggressive servant. I don't know. I don't know. This is frontline duty.
Just duty?
Yeah, duty.
Alright.
If you, it's just so many. Walk slowly through the crowd. I think it was listening to like some old school classic rock and like, oh, that lyric sounds about right. I'll throw that down. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't understand. Don't come back. Oh, he said it. Don't come back backslidden. Come back polished. The hilarity of that for me is he had a message called The Polished Shaft, and that is exactly what it sounds like.
There are before and after pictures.
And there are. And there's videos. I watched one the other day. It's dramatic. Oh, it's tough. Don't swagger in like you own the place, which is what all of us always did.
Yep.
You are the cream of the crop, the traveling billboard of First Baptist Church of Hammond, Indiana, and Hyles-Anderson College. No one... Look, if you went on tour and you're in a place of realism right now, you will agree with me. None of us were the cream of the crop, especially after we came back. It's just not good. When someone tells me, if I meet someone or someone messages me on Facebook and says something like, oh, we went to school together, I cringe, and I'm like, did you know me before or after my junior year? Because that's when I went on tour and I did not come back the nicest person ever.
Yeah.
And generally, if they knew me after, like, yeah, you were kind of an asshole. I'm like, yep, 100%. Here's a good one. If someone brings up a controversial subject, refer him to your preacher. So
what's the number to the penitentiary there? I'm not sure if they can. You might have to pay for that collect.
It's a collect call.
And you will be paying for that, I assure you.
Yeah.
Code sex.
Oh, then he repeats Jack Hyles, be kind to everybody because everybody's having a tough time. That is not an original from him. I know this, but
that's Buddha.
Yeah, probably. Don't ask your preacher tour questions in front of others. Mow lawns, clean the bathtub, clean the lavatory, and always make your bed. I never made my bed. Especially when they made me sleep in a camper trailer. Some folks may be tone deaf, but they know a clean bathroom. What is he? What? You will never understand the pressure on the leader. Just do what he tells you to do. Wow. If that doesn't speak for why he's in the penitentiary. Oh my God. It's so many.
How
Respect
many,
the man.
how many pages are there?
Dude, this is there's not like a break. This is
these
all
are,
Jack Scott rules.
Yeah, these are just like one-liners.
Yeah,
like if a bad comedian did stand-up and just wrote one-liners that made no sense, and everybody was just kind of like, the fuck? That's what we'd be reading right now.
When you're back in the college area, remember you're under all the college rules as a student. We'll go over those. Oh, this is a good one. This is something that I heard in a sermon recently. I've been re-listening to a bunch of old sermons and recent sermons from IFB leaders, especially in that general region of the country. And they talk a lot about how tough it is on the wives, the pastors' wives. And that's true. It is really tough on them. But I think that's so paradoxical, I think is the right word, because it's like, oh, it's so tough on the pastors' wives. Well, why? Well, it just is. They got to do all this shit. Well, then maybe don't have them do that. Maybe don't have it be so tough. It just shocked me, like, to read and listen to people. Oh, it's just they have such a tough job. It's so hard. Well, either they A, shouldn't be doing it, or 2, someone, i.e., their husband, should make it not so tough on them. I just don't understand. Be sure to go out of your way to make the preacher's wives feel special. Yeah, you should, because they're having a terrible time. Ooh, wow. Look for someone to adopt at every church. Maybe you can encourage a teen to come to youth conference, get involved in our MLM, and pay more money. Maybe a bus kid needs some extra attention. Not you. Jack Scott knows about giving extra attention. Maybe an adult, backslidden preacher's kid needs a good taste of the college. Maybe he does.
And just so you don't think we're just like come up. I don't know what page he's on, but the bottom number here is number 82. 82. This is just for tour groups. Like, keep in mind these have really nothing to do. These are more like guidelines.
More guidelines and actual rules.
Yeah, right. But seriously, it's just like what? Like,
it is.
How is that a rule? Like, be kind to the like. Yeah, you should, but really, that
you need to write that down. Like,
jeez.
This guy, Clifford, is very well known for giving us lists. Yeah, very well known for giving us extensively. Like he did one the other day. I listened to him do one in chapel before summer break. 60 things you need to do over summer break. One of them was hug your mother. No shit. I haven't seen her for however many
and
months.
And that wasn't even number 1.
No.
That was like number 70.
Yeah, it was way down
out
there.
of 60.
Way, I see what you did. Way down the list. Definitely, actually, I want to talk about that more later because he gets into what kind of porn he's definitely ingesting. Definitely is. There's no way he's not. Make it a goal to wash dishes at every church or home in which you stay.
No.
Even if they pretend to be mad and throw a fit, do it anyway. In parentheses, they really do not mind.
Even if you weren't invited over there. I'm just here to wash your dishes.
We're
not done eating yet. No, I'm washing your Be aggressive.
Get the fuck out of my way. I'm washing your... We don't have any dishes. We'll get some dirty really quick.
Yeah, be an aggressive servant.
All right. Oh, this is good. At every church, once you step out of the van, you are to no longer think of yourself. Think only on these things. How can I follow my tour preacher? I don't know. Walk behind him. What does the preacher need from me? Nothing. What do people need from me? Just like, what grade level is this shit written on? Okay. There's just so many, dude.
What we got here?
Oh, here's a good one. Activities. Lady tour group members are not permitted to go horseback riding.
Well, that's how you get pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Minotaur babies.
Yeah.
Got it. All right.
Yep.
What? No tour members are permitted to go motorcycle riding. I feel
Wait,
like
didn't he own a motorcycle?
Yeah, he did own a motorcycle, but okay.
A new Harley that someone bought?
Oh. Your tour preacher is in charge. No tour member has the authority to take charge and usurp authority over your preacher. Oh my god. It's just...
Subjugation.
Yeah, 100%, dude. Let's see.
Nowhere in here does it actually say you have to sing good either.
No, because some of them couldn't.
Like
one of the fellows that was with me was terrible.
Like rule number 1.
I'm not gonna say his name because it's whatever, but his name is whatever. Huh? No, I'm not gonna say his name, but I remember anytime we would do anything a cappella, I did not have tenor range, but I could sing falsetto. I knew the part.
Oh man. Okay. He couldn't sing either.
No. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Jake Pitts?
They taught. Yeah, I did not go on tour with him. Thank God. But he didn't know the tenor part. He just memorized the part for the songs. So when it was off the cuff, Happy Birthday, something like that, I would sing the tenor. Like, this guy didn't even know his part.
And there you have it.
And there you have it.
But he was aggressive.
Yes. He was an aggressive servant. Tour members may not make any personal cell phone calls from the tour. We had a tour cell phone? Scott never told me about that.
He had that,
it is a privilege that you're allowed to keep your own cell phone on tour. If your tour preacher feels that you are abusing that privilege, he has the right to have you mail it home.
Mail it home. Wow.
Oh, that's ludicrous. I don't like the porn you're looking at your phone on your phone. Mail it to your mom. Like,
mail
what?
it. Wow.
Watch it off first. Do not answer your cell phone while your tour preacher is speaking to your group. Your phone should be turned off while you are in church services. Never once. Eating meals with pastors or church hosts. Never once. Or any other time that your tour preacher specifies. He never specified. Oh, this is great. Churches. When getting out of a van at a church, no sunglasses or chewing gum allowed. Why? What? Who cares?
Dude, that's rough.
Oh.
Clothing. Oh, this ought to be
Yeah. Well, this is more, so they provide outfits for us. So I think this is more about, oh my God, they're telling us, wash clothing in cold water, gentle cycle, and dry on low heat or drip dry. Really? Really? Oh my God. No, this is really about taking care of your clothing. Like,
Wait,
we don't know.
is this what?
Huh.
For any replacement of tour clothing, the college and you will each pay 50%.
What? I'm glad I never had to get into. I had to have a tie replaced. They must have just comped that or something.
No,
Why am I gonna have to?
They
pay?
added it to your tuition.
Probably.
50%.
Whoa, wear tour clothing. So the tour clothing is matching suits and ties, and then on casual days we had we had 2 pairs of pants and 3 different polo shirts, and the pants were dress pants. Those are your casual outfits. So it's saying you may not wear other clothing in public places other than your tour clothing. You have to, at all times, to wear that shit. Yeah, keep your jewelry together. Okay. Oh, if your clothing says dry clean, please no shit. Replacing tour clothing because of summer gluttony is not an option. Please be responsible. If you gain weight and your outfit is not fitting properly and decently, and in all caps, you must lose the weight. John can't believe it. He has to see for himself. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
Shirts and blouses are to be tucked in at all times because this is the National Basketball Association. No frumpy looking clothes allowed. You're representing Hyles-Anderson College. Keep your shoes polished and clean. Like twice maybe.
Damn.
Wear tennis shoes for physical activities. Well, Hyles-Anderson, you didn't provide me no fucking tennis shoes. Oh, here we go. Ladies clothing. Oh. This is the pot of Jack. Hosiery is to be worn at all times, even on off day. No one is allowed to wear different color hosiery for any reason. What the fuck?
I think they thought hosiery.
What is that?
I think hosiery is supposed to be like the chastity belt. Make it more difficult for access, maybe.
What in the world? What does that even mean? If someone come jump in the comments and tell me what that means. Do you know what that means?
Different color hosiery?
Like different, like you can't if you're
can't wear like white or
white.
black.
Yeah, you can't. You got to wear like nude.
You had to always wear nude.
Fucking perverts, dude. That's why.
See through.
If someone is in need, let your tour preacher know. Replacing them is a priority. Knee highs are not to be worn at any time. Be careful to spray your hairspray and perfume before you put on your jewelry. This will keep it looking nice because we bought shit jewelry for you. They bought jewelry. The girls had jewelry.
They actually bought it
for
them?
No, like we had ties, they had jewelry. They had necklaces. I don't know about earrings, but they had necklaces. They
really?
had matching necklaces.
I did not know that. I thought everybody just
Someone
provided.
had a necklace finish.
Oh my goodness.
Keep jewelry in the tainer provided for you. Okay. Pin any scars to who cares? Let's see. Remind ladies. Make sure all the group has on correct jewelry each day. Account for each. Remind ladies to change into dress jewelry before each service. So there's casual jewelry and dress jewelry. Oh my God. No, this is great. What the fuck? Who cares? Clothing men only. No ankle-high athletic socks may be worn at any time. Wear the casual socks provided with your casual outfit.
Wow. No ankle socks. I did not realize that was in there.
Well, the reason that's in there, I'll tell you why, is because anything that they could term as worldly, we needed to be separated from. So ankle socks, if you remember, that would be around 2007. I'd say they're still popular now, but they were more popular than no-shows, and ankle socks were really popular. That's why. If it's popular, you can't do it. Can your pastor do it? Yes. Can your mom and dad do it? Yes. Can your siblings do it who aren't at college? Yes. Can you do it? Fuck no.
Yeah. I didn't realize.
Oh my god.
No ankle socks.
Each group should regularly write to the following people. Some should receive letters weekly, others monthly. Scott Evans Young, tour group, music trainer, parents, a bus kid, and applicant. What? Okay. Okay.
You're saying you should write letters to those people?
Yeah. Like I needed to write Scott a letter every month. Like he was going to read that shit. Wow. No tour member may stay in a home with a family or in a motel room. Wait, what? Tour members must stay in groups of 2 or more. Oh, okay. Because you'll have sex with the pastor's wife for sure.
If there's only one.
Yeah, if there's only one, that's what you're going to do. There's a curfew on Saturday nights, lights out at midnight. Like, here's the thing. How are they going to enforce that? We would show up to these churches. We would never all... Okay, every once in a while, we'd all stay in the same place. And that was in, like, a camper trailer once. So, like, how are you going to enforce that? Like, are you going to the house where your tour members are staying? Like, hey, the lights are out. It's 12:01. Go home. You're off tour. Like, what? What? Oh, my God.
That's rough.
Rinse out the bathtub or shower. Oh, okay.
They can shower babies.
Oh my God, dude.
What was that guy's name? Boyd.
Joe Boyd.
Rest
Joe
in
Boyd,
peace.
dude. Rest in pieces.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm almost done with this one. Go soul winning in each town before the service if your travel time allows.
Which the travel time never allowed.
Fuck that. I went soul winning twice, I think, maybe. And my tour pastor's dad was like Mr. Soul Winning. That's so funny.
Oh yeah. I've been to the conference.
Yeah, you know. Okay.
Good old Longview.
Yeah. And now we outed
That was your tour pastor, right?
Yeah, it was. You got it.
Nobody's gonna really put that together.
I don't think
if you can put that together, then you're not gonna know.
Exactly. All right. I know I'm taking forever on this. It's just there's some gems in here. I don't want you guys to
Pages
miss out
and
on.
Pages.
Dude.
Check with her for good times.
Yeah, no, it was.
It gets more interesting if you just read bits and pieces.
Yeah, it does.
It's kind of like a sermon. You read a little bit from here, match it up with something else that doesn't really relate, but it makes it more interesting that way.
Oh my God. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for a tour. So
Dang.
some of that was a little blah and dry. I get it, but I think the thing, if I want people to get anything from this podcast and from other podcasts, is that absolute control and fear are very, very important for these people. And so there were things that me and you would do in college that there was no way you could keep track of. Yeah. But we did it because we knew we were supposed to.
Okay.
And mostly because we didn't want to disappoint our parents, and that's not a dig at our parents. It's just is what it is. No one wants to disappoint their parents. So when you're set up to feel disappointment for speaking your mind, or set up to feel not by your parents but by the authority, you're set up to feel disappointment for having your own thoughts, for not seeing 2 people saved on Saturday. Was it seeing or witnessing?
I want to say it was witnessing.
Okay, so you had to witness to 2 people on Saturday.
Minimum.
So let me break that down. I'll be brief. But witnessing basically means you knocked on a door on Saturday morning while someone was trying to enjoy their cartoons and their family, because this is their, one day a week, because tomorrow they're going to be at church, especially if they're in Chicago. Or they're going to be, already thinking about working the next day on Monday, if it's Sunday. So you knock on the door on Saturday and you tell them that they're going to burn forever unless they read this thing and repeat these words after you. And if you can get through the whole Romans Road or whatever it is, then you witness to one person. So there was a requirement. It wasn't a requirement. It was a requirement, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you had to every
fill out
weekend.
an activity report.
Yeah, activity report.
Yeah.
And what happened if you... Because I'm sure some people filled them out, honestly. Did you get offenses or demerits?
Yeah, you'd get offenses. And if you got so many offenses, then you would kind of upgrade to demerits. And then you could eventually have a meeting with somebody with... who was the head of discipline? Borsch.
The creepiest motherfucker on the planet.
His last name Borsch?
Mike Borsch.
Gosh, I haven't said
I'm not good at impersonation.
He looked like the dude from Bear in the Big Blue House. The bear.
I remember I saw him. I had to meet with him twice. I had to meet with him twice. That's exactly how that went. I had to meet with him 2 times, and the first time was discipline committee, that is just so scary. We can talk about that later. The first time I met with him was discipline committee, and the second time was this is a real thing that you got in trouble for. I had went out an exit. It's clearly marked exit. The doors are right there, but because it was a Saturday and there wasn't a security guard there to see me exit, they saw me on video camera exit.
Yeah.
How creepy is that? Well, we didn't have a security guard to keep track of you on this day, but we had a camera, so we want to talk to you about that. The fuck you do? Where was I going? What was it? It doesn't matter. I'm 22 years old. I'm 21 years old. I pay you. And chill out.
Yeah.
Anyways, that's another thing. Where was I going? I was going somewhere with that. I should have written notes for this one, maybe. So what it comes down to that we're going to speak to over and over and over again is control. They need control. They've got to control you. They've got to know where you are, what you're doing, activity reports. So now, I feel like there was an hour requirement you needed to beat the streets for a certain amount of time.
Yeah, for sure.
Was it also 2?
Yeah, it was a check.
I feel like it was 2 hours.
Yeah, it was.
So what it was every Monday.
Yeah.
We would get a form. We'd go to chapel, and they'd yell at us for an hour for watching porn or listening to Southern Gospel, just depending on what they felt like preaching on that day. Because we did all that over the weekend. Well, some of us did. And so you'd fill it out, and you would write down how many people you witnessed to. Because it's not about numbers. It's not about numbers.
No.
I haven't put this on a podcast yet, I don't think. I put it on my live video. This is the Bible that I carried. I think I stole this from Doug Calap. Because he was in chapel. I remember he preached chapel, and then I saw it like the day after or whatever in the Lost and Found, and I just took it, and I didn't pay for it because I think it's 25 cents Lost and Found. I just took it, and then I had him sign it a while later, and he was very interested in the Bible. Like he looked through, this is a nice Bible. I was like, oh shit, sorry, Doug. But I have, if you're just listening, I'm sorry. This is a sticker. It says pray when baptized. 25,000, same year as the yearbook, in 2005. Because we're not about numbers.
Yeah.
So we're gonna and these everyone had these.
Yeah,
We all had these stickers, and that was our goal that year, was 25,000 to win that many people. No, to get that many people baptized. It's harder to get someone baptized than it is to get someone saved.
Yeah.
So what that means is we had way more than that saved. Like we talked tons of people into believing in Jesus and not going to hell, but then we also got a shit ton of people to come to church and let us hold them under the water while they couldn't breathe for a few seconds. And we need to talk about that too. Some H-Day action. But anyways, it's all about control. That's all they wanted numbers. They wanted to know your numbers from the weekend. They wanted to know how many hours you went soul winning. They wanted to know, which is knocking on doors, and they wanted to know how many people you saw saved. God, I wish I had an activity report now, dude. I wish, because that shit is so crazy.
Bonkers.
Because it wasn't just those 2 things. I feel like there's a lot more you had to fill out.
It was a minute. It took a minute to fill out.
Do you remember anything else that was on it?
I'm trying to think. You had to see if you had any first-time visitors. That was on there. Like if anybody came to church. Baptisms obviously was on there.
Yes. Okay.
Which wasn't a requirement. But yeah, those were the. Gosh, I haven't thought about an activity report in forever.
That's crazy, right?
I'm trying to remember, like, when did we, like, without my master's, we graduated in 08?
Yeah, 08.
Okay, so that's already 9 years ago.
Jeez.
9 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, we were talking about this the other day, and just so many. This is why I wanted to do this podcast. I want to have John back on. John's going to be a perennial. I don't know if that's the right word. Is that like once a year?
Once. It comes back every season. We're
gonna have John on way more than that because this is your second podcast, I think, with us. So John's gonna be on a lot. Just prepare yourselves. If you don't like John, yep, exactly. So, which I don't know why I said that because I've yet to have it. You had Jon Warden on, did not appreciate that.
Yeah, no, you probably don't even remember who I am.
Yeah, no, I've gotten a lot of people like, oh, look, I've got more feedback on your podcast than any other one that
really?
Including the one with my mom, yeah.
Oh, well, thank you out there.
Thank you, not your mother's community.
Yes,
so,
thank you.
So control is important, and let's just get into it.
Okay.
About the 25,000. So that would have been. So we got there in 04, and so that would have been the spring semester 2005 and the fall semester 2005. Were you there?
Yeah.
Did you stay this summer? Your freshman year? I bet you didn't. I don't feel like
freshman year I did not. Yeah. It was close to not coming back.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
Tell me about that.
2004.
Tell me about that.
So that was kind of first year was like garbage. That was when we were in Rice, and it was just
tough,
like
man. You didn't sleep. You
brutal.
barely ate. What you ate was shit, and it's like we're gonna get into so many things.
Yeah,
but the dating thing is just so frustrating.
Yeah,
like, they work like they would stand you up in chapel. I think we talked about that in the last one, but like they would stand you up in chapel in front of what, 1,000 people
at least,
and start pairing off guys and girls.
Yeah,
but don't touch her.
Yeah.
Like, don't touch her, but we're going to embarrass you in front of everyone and have you sit together, and that's not going to traumatize you at all. It certainly won't traumatize her, and generally, the woman, you don't say no. In fact, I was listening to, Dave Douglas just preached a few weeks ago. He's the president now, if I'm correct. And he said, girls, if a guy asks, this is a direct quote, if a guy asks you on a date, you should generally never say no.
Fuck?
Number one. Number two, and when he got a bunch of like kind of guffaws, which good for those girls.
Yeah.
He said, at least give him a pity date. Come on, a mercy date. No, that is unmerciful. Guess what?
Yeah.
I have had a girl give me a mercy date outside of that. It sucked ass.
Yeah,
because I thought I was gonna see her again, and she acted like I was gonna see her again. I'm getting on one, and I never saw her again. It wasn't cool. So in no setting is that. Go ahead.
There's a family that went to. Their dad is a popular preacher still, and many people probably even worked at the church at some time.
Jesus.
But yeah, right. And I remember obviously this was before my wife Lindsay even came to school.
Right.
This was before I even met her or knew anything about her. And so there was a girl, and it was for the Harvest Festival.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
big time.
Like rumor came down. I was a freshman, and she was a junior.
Ooh,
which was unheard of.
Big man
unheard
on campus,
of, right?
Big man on campus.
I didn't really even know she knew who I was, so I asked her. Yeah. I found out her sister had actually told me that
she was interested.
That she was interested. Okay. And I asked her, Mom, I'll go for it, right? So I go to ask for a second date, and she's like, well, I'm not looking for anything too serious, blah, blah. Keep in mind, this was a second date, like, a month later. Mm-hmm. She still had my UNC hood. I was kind of upset about that.
Hey, hold up.
My Tar Heels hoodie.
Did you get it back?
I did not get it back.
Motherfucker!
Yeah. So,
you can't keep taking our hoodies, y'all.
No,
it's
not yours.
Cool. It's not cool.
But anyways, but what it was like,
so I wanted to ask for the second date.
Yeah, but it was like 5, in which I got turned down for that reason. I'm not looking for anything serious.
Because you didn't have, not because of the hoodie.
Not because of the hoodie. But like 5 months later, this chick was engaged.
What?
Like straight up engaged.
What?
So.
Okay, so here, and this is way off topic, because
I'm not bitter or anything.
Doesn't sound like it. But if she showed up with a hoodie right now, you'd be like,
snatching that
shit. You know that.
I'd be an aggressive servant with taking that back.
So aggressive.
Yeah, or maybe no. You know what it was?
Huh?
I'm sorry. She did give it back, but she didn't wash it, and it stunk. And I think I ended up throwing it away.
What the hell? Wash your shit, girls.
Because she rumor came down that she didn't really shower that much.
Wash my shit. What?
Legit, like swear to God, like that was when I was like, we're gonna have to offer this up to the fire guys. So we went ahead and got rid of that. That was an $80 hoodie. That's when I was rolling in the dough as a freshman.
And it's always been a big deal, but then that was the shit. Like that was.
It was.
Tar Heels.
We just beat Illinois. They just beat Illinois for them.
Hell yeah.
We're getting way off, but
yeah. So it's
gonna circle back around to the dating and the control because it's.
I just want to say I have had, and this means no offense to. If this girl ever sees this podcast at all, but there's a girl I met, was planning on, taking her on a date, and it just never worked out. But we connected on Facebook for some reason. This is more recently, and she has 2 kids now with the guy that she met not long after she met me, and that for her she's happy, and it looks like he's happy.
Oh,
so good for them. But that's not what I wanted at all at that time, and don't want any more children at this moment. And so like when I see her post, I'm like. Okay, maybe you are like,
right.
I'm gonna put some more thought into it. I just believe.
Bullet on that one.
So, anyways, that's way off topic. But anyway, so we're gonna talk about numbers because numbers are very important to every IFB institution. It's very important that you be able to tell other people that you have witnessed to thousands and thousands of people, and you've seen hundreds of people saved, and you've counseled thousands and thousands of couples. And what I'm speaking from is not just the rhetoric that I heard as a teenager, a young adult, and an adult. I'm speaking from rhetoric I heard a few days ago from messages that were preached a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Without fail, Every time the pastor of First Baptist Church Hammond gets up, or any staff member that I've yet to hear that's on staff at that church or at the college that we went to, anytime they get up and speak, either at the very beginning or woven throughout their message are their numbers and the fact that they have such great experience and they've talked to gazillions of people and they've helped so many people, and they just talk all these personal testimonies about how amazing they are, and then they'll end it with something that's just the opposite and say, but I'm not trying to tell you how good I am. Dude, that's what you just did. Like, I heard the current pastor do that for like a half hour. Like, my kids are amazing and God loves us and we do this for our neighbor, and the neighbor doesn't believe in Jesus, but we made him believe in Jesus because we have such a great personality and testimony and
Yeah.
And then he proceeds to say, but, don't look at me. I'm nothing special.
Yeah.
You just finished telling me for the last half hour how special you are. And then you're going to try to mind fuck me into thinking you're not? Okay. That's the fake humility that I get over so quick.
Yeah.
But it's just rampant. Wanting you to know how great they are, but don't look up to me. I'm no one.
Yeah.
Then why did you just try to prove to me that you're someone? Like,
what was
I don't
that?
Understand.
What was the statement? It's not about me. It's all about him.
Yeah. Oh,
right?
yeah.
Right? That became,
Shit, I do remember
it became
that.
a joke.
It was.
It's not about me. It's all about him.
him.
But it was like so. But it got used in a lot of skits. But that was the truth.
It did, dude.
Right?
I forgot about that
yeah,
one.
Reverend Bravo.
Mm.
Right? The character. Right? That's what it was all about. It's not about me.
This just triggered another one in me. I forgot about.
Triggered.
I forgot about it, and I was trying to think of it the other day. Oh shit! I think I lost it again.
It wasn't about the skits.
No, it was. As freshmen, this is very telling. Also, there was a thing that we would chant out, and when I say chant, I mean chant, like cultic shit. We would chant out, "I know nothing.
Teach me something." Wow.
Blast from the past, right there. I know nothing, and in a militaristic way, we would go over that over and over and over again. I know nothing, teach me something. Now, I will say there's something to be said for the fact that you can learn something from every single person that you meet throughout every day of your life.
Yeah.
There is. Even people that aren't on maybe an intellectual level that you are, or aren't on the, they're not the same age, as far younger, you can always learn something from everyone you meet.
Yeah.
I really believe that. Whether it's through their actions or their wrongdoings, you can always learn something. I get that. What I'm trying to do is qualify and not take that away.
Right.
But the fact that you have this beat into your head on a daily basis, I know nothing, teach me something. And you're lauded and heralded for screaming that out as a group.
Mm-hmm.
That's just so demoralizing, for one, and demeaning. That was the word I was looking for.
Demeaning.
So demeaning. Like, are you shitting me? Like, no, I don't. Yeah, I came to college and I want to learn shit, but I don't know nothing. I know a lot of things.
Well, especially since we were raised in it.
Yeah,
it's not like we were new converts. You know what I mean?
Like, we know. You're retelling us the stories. You're reading it to us from the Greek this time. It's same shit, really.
Yeah. Wilmington's Guide to the Bible. If you didn't have that,
that was an expensive one.
Bro, that was really
big
too. It's
too.
like $50.
Yeah, it was ginormous, right?
It's monstrous.
Yeah. We have that and Haley's
handbook.
Haley's handbook. Yeah.
Not the comment, which is more interesting.
Way more interesting, and you won't fall asleep watching it. Well, anyways, so the numbers are very important, is what I was getting at. And we did have one year, our sophomore year, where they actually gave out stickers to say, like, this is how many people, this is the goal of how many people we want to have baptized. So, putting that into context, what that means is you've got to beat the streets more. You've got to be in Chicago more. Wherever your bus rate is, Gary, all terrible places. Gary, Hammond, Chicago, like.
But at the same time, like the places that, if you're not, well, everybody should be familiar with that. But Gary, Hammond, South Cicero, like all these areas that they were targeted for a reason.
Oh yeah. And
it was the people who lived there, the people who we would view as they didn't have much.
They were lower income.
Definitely lower income. Yeah. Definitely most of them. I mean, I don't want to say like one parent households. A lot of them were. Yeah. I mean, you had your occasional like stepdad or dad that was there, but they were never really around.
Broken homes. Yeah.
Yeah, but so there was definitely targeted because they. I mean, if we try to do.
That's a good point.
If we try to do that in the neighborhoods where the pastors lived.
Dude, that's such a good point.
It would have been our goal would have been 5
at the most.
At the most,
because and again, I don't like we ran into a lot of amazing, beautiful, wonderful people. So we don't say this to say, right now, if you took the numbers on my income, I am at poverty level right now. So please give me money. But aside from that, I'm not here to say like anyone's better than anyone else, but it speaks to itself. There's a reason that there's heightened violence in areas like Gary and Chicago, and it's not just the overpopulation. Okay, like people need things, people need money, people need to get by, and sometimes that's what they feel like their only resort is.
Yeah.
I haven't resorted to violence, but I've definitely been in a situation where I felt like I have no idea how I'm going to make ends meet. It would make more sense to be stealing from something from someone to make ends meet this month.
Yeah.
So again, I'm not trying to try to balance things too much. I'm just trying to say we don't have anything against those people. However, that church certainly did, and they certainly understood.
Took advantage.
Yeah,
of it.
took advantage of it for sure. Because what he's saying is areas like St. John, and Crown Point and Cherville and Maryville. I would think those would be similar. Nicer areas. Munster, like you can knock on doors, and you can invite people to church, but you're not going to go and say, we want to take your child from your home today for 3 hours. We might give them a basketball, maybe some Kool-Aid,
Tampico,
Tampico, yeah. We are going to take them to our church for a short service, and then we'll bring them back. And the service didn't take place at the church on those days.
No.
On what they would call H Day, we would go and pick up people from the city of Chicago and sometimes Hammond, I think.
Yep.
And we would. It was so messed up. Like I have trepidation in talking about it because it's something that
we'll use the word allegedly because I'm pretty sure if we say the stuff that actually everything's going to be allegedly.
Yeah. At this point, it's allegedly. So allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
We would go into the Chicago. Or Hammond area, and we would allegedly tell people that we have flyers. We have a shit ton of flyers. I think we would do 2 rounds, right? We'd go through allegedly. We'd go through a high rise. Generally, I think it was a high rise that we went to often.
Was it the Jefferson Project?
Oh yeah, dude. It was rough. Let's back up for 1 second. The places where we went versus the places we weren't allowed to go. We're going to talk about that. Couldn't go to a movie theater. Right, because that's the devil.
Yep.
You couldn't be out past a certain time because that's also the devil.
Yep.
I do remember people getting in trouble for guys. We'd work long hours at very difficult jobs in the cold on a dock, like a lot of dock jobs. Meaning you ran a forklift in below zero weather, and your hands were all cracked, and you were doing heavy lifting and math and working all night. Really.
And math.
Math. I suck at math. I'd rather do the heavy lifting. And you do that till like 10, 11 p.m. in Chicago or in Manteno, somewhere that's an hour away from where you live. And then on your way back, God forbid, you want to stop to get some fucking food because you're famished. That will get you demerits.
Because you'll be late.
Because even if you weren't late, even if you were on time and you used your work pass, which your work pass basically says that I can stay out later than the other kids that have to be back at 10:30. I think it was 10:30.
Yeah.
Like you have to be in your dorm by a specific time. What's the word I'm looking for?
Curfew?
Curfew, thank you. You have to be in your dorm by a specific time. And if you're not, you get demerits because you were definitely having sex with other guys or whatever. So you had to be back at a certain time. But if you had a work pass, meaning my work keeps me, I'm working an hour away, it keeps me out till 11, I won't be back till midnight, then that was okay.
Yep.
However, if you didn't come straight from your job to the college campus, you would get in trouble. Sometimes that was discipline committee. Yeah. Sometimes that was just a slap on the wrist. Sometimes that was your dorm soup or your mentor or whoever coming to read you the right act about how food's just not that important and you should have been in your bed sleeping when actually you wouldn't have been in your bed. You would have been doing homework because that's the only time in the day that you have to do homework. I'm not mad or triggered right now. And but you could, like, you're right. You could get in trouble for being back past curfew. Yeah. But most of us had work passes that allowed us to do that. But if you went and got something to eat on your way home, God forbid.
If you used it for anything
anything other than coming straight back from work. And again, that's to prevent pregnancy and all that. People got pregnant in the dorms. So fuck you. I know some of them. Anyways, I think.
In the chapel.
In the chapel.
And in the game room. I remember that happened. Somebody, and love you, and I think you're an avid watcher
now you sound like Larry Smith. Love you. Love you.
No, but seriously, actually, I probably don't love you.
Hope to God. Yeah. You're not a Hyles-Anderson student. Love you. I'm praying for you.
I probably don't love you, but you're probably an okay guy. But I think you and your girl got caught on the ping pong table in the game room, and the ping pong table broke.
That's amazing. I don't care if you like him or not. That's amazing.
Like props, bro. Like props. That's
Family Guy shit, right?
That's going all out. That's taking game room to a next level.
I didn't even put that together. That's terrific.
Yeah. Anyways, I think the ping pong pad was still missing. If I'm not mistaken. So, but anyways, but I remember. I think I was on second.
So that was so that was a thing. Getting not necessarily the ping pong.
Not that.
But yeah, but that was a thing. Like you couldn't. I remember getting in trouble coming home from work for listening to Christmas music by a Christian band. Yeah, I remember that.
Mercy Me.
We all got Mercy Me and New Song. And we all, my whole group, everyone that rode to work with me, we all got sent to DC because we had one rat in the car that ratted us out for listening to Christian musicians sing about Christ. There's some irony. Okay, so you can't go to the theater.
Right.
You can't go to a restaurant on the way home from work.
Yep.
Girls pretty much can't go anywhere. Like literally.
Yeah.
The only time girls could go out shopping, unless you had, it was either you knew someone, you were HB. I love you. I got so many HB friends. It's not about that. It's just there was entitlement. Okay. You were HB or connected, or your pastor. Your dad was your pastor, and he. Look, here's the thing that really, it bummed me out because my dad was a pastor, but his church wasn't big enough, so I didn't get this qualification of being the cool kid or all this extra leeway. So
we were poor Christians.
Yeah.
as far as like reputation and like what thought we had. Yeah, there was definitely poor, middle class, and then the
there was a pecking order. Yeah,
for sure.
Exactly. You got preference for jobs. You got preference for whatever, for breaking the rules, for all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah.
So anyways, I lost my train of thought. But
places we could go
you couldn't go. There was like girls couldn't go anywhere unless you had like an approved staff member and you were on a list and you had this thing signed and then the list was forever. Then you could go out for like 2 hours to buy something that you really needed, like I don't know, fucking shampoo. So for instance, you need like there's essentials that you need.
Yeah.
And the bookshelf store I think sold like the travel size, which would probably cost too much money anyways. So they would have trips. I don't think it was daily. They would have at least weekly trips where all of the girls in their skirts, not sticking out like sore thumbs at all,
and hosiery,
and nude hosiery, would get on a bus in the freezing cold and go take a trip to Walmart like a bunch of freaks. The girls aren't freaks for that. Don't take that the wrong way.
No, for sure.
The men, not women, the men who made them do that are the freaks. And I know women were involved in the staff as well, but this all emanates from a man. Yeah, you know, that's who's making these rules.
Yeah.
Sorry. Belinda Gaona wasn't making these rules. At some point she was, but initially she wasn't.
No.
Those were Jack Hyles. So, anyways, all that to say, girls, specifically girls, like guys it was bad enough, but girls it was way worse.
Yeah.
You can't go anywhere unless you have a chaperone or you're someone special. And you can't just go to Walmart. I'm out of shampoo. Can I go to Walmart? Well, the next bus, or the bus for today already left, so you're going to have to wait till next Monday, and you don't have any shampoo, so sucks to be you. Find someone to give you shampoo. Like, really, that was a real situation that would happen.
Yeah.
And they were always broke.
Yeah.
Because the girls could only work, again, unless you lived in the area, meaning you weren't on campus. Basically, unless you lived in the area, you could not get a job anywhere but one of the shittiest jobs that we've ever had. You worked there.
Mm-hmm.
Discover, right? I could never sell that shit.
The Americall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just talking about what we sold. But yeah, Americall. Amerihell, as many of us knew it. Yeah, that's the only place girls could work. And their checks didn't go to them. Their checks were routed through Hyles-Anderson College.
That's right.
And they took out their tuition, and I feel like they took out their tithe. That could be incorrect.
Yeah,
but I know they took out their tuition.
It wouldn't surprise me.
It wouldn't surprise me either. But it's just like, how would you like that? Like, number one, this is the only place you can work, unless you want to work scholarship, which is like $4 an hour.
Yeah.
And you don't get that. That goes straight to your tuition.
Yep.
So, unless you want to work on campus where you're miserable all day anyways, here's this one job that you can work selling shit on the phone, having nasty old guys flirt with you on the phone, because they did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's your only job. Oh, and by the way, we're not going to give you your check. We're going to route it through our system first, take our money out, after the government takes its money out, and then you can get your paycheck. Anyways, I got way off track, but they couldn't go to the movie theater. They couldn't go to Walmart if they wanted to. They couldn't up and go to the library if they needed some resource. Well, they could go to our library, which is full of bullshit, but they could go to Chicago for 8 hours and endanger their life, their well-being, walk around worried if they're going to be getting raped, because the numbers in Chicago are pretty high for murder and rape.
Yeah.
They could go there. That was okay.
And the thing, if you went anywhere close to the college, you had to be four more people in the car with the chaperone. Like, it couldn't be.
Really?
Yeah. So there had to be 4 girls in the car, and one of them had to be a staff member. but
Wow.
or dorm soup
Yeah,
or
same
whatever
shit.
whatever it was.
Yeah.
But if they were in Chicago, there had to be at least 2 of them.
What the fuck?
Yeah, all of our girls went out there, dude. There were two of them walking the streets of Chicago. But if they wanted to go to Walmart, 4 of them.
And again, you have to understand, I'm not trying to talk shit on
It's not
Chicagoans.
yeah.
I fucking love Chicago.
Yeah.
That is my favorite. I haven't been to the world over, okay? But to the cities I've been in the U.S., I've been to a few. That is my favorite city. I love Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm not here to shit on Chicago. I'm just here to say the very suburban, relaxed,
Yeah, maybe we
nice,
should qualify that. This is like not like down like Chicago, like
yeah, this
Magnificent
isn't
Mile.
Yeah, and I do love that part too.
Yeah,
Like, this isn't the nice part of Chicago.
Yeah,
okay?
no.
This is I wouldn't call it the ghetto because there are parts like that are worse than this. But like this is rough area. This is
gang run
yeah,
areas.
yeah,
Like, for sure.
Because we saw them.
Yeah, we brought them to church.
Yeah, exactly.
They stabbed each
They
other
stabbed each other on the bus.
Yeah.
It happened. So it's just mind-boggling. There's so many things about this experience that were mind-boggling.
Yeah.
But most especially for the women, the concept of, like you said, in Chicago, where it wasn't not a nice suburban area with rolling fields and just very, very relaxed vibe and just more of I wouldn't call it posh, but very nice.
Yeah.
You know, a very nice area. 4 of you, 1 of you's a staff member.
Yeah.
Chicago, doesn't matter if you're a staff member or not, and it only has to be 2 of you.
Yeah.
It's bananas, people. You can't make this shit up.
No, it's ridiculous.
Here's the thing. Enrollment has dropped. From what I understand, when we were there, I think it was more than this, but let's say 1,000.
Yeah.
Enrollment has dropped to, I believe, between 200 and 300 is what I believe enrollment is at now, which I'm glad for. But that means there's still people enrolled, and this is still happening to people. And this isn't just happening to people at Hyles-Anderson College. It's happening at other IFB colleges. There's one in Fullerton, I think. I think that's West Coast, but like they're all over the place.
Yeah.
And it doesn't. I don't care what I care what the enrollment is where I went to college because that means it's less than it was then, and I'm happy for that.
Yeah.
But I don't care overall what enrollment is. The fact that it's still happening and people are still being mistreated in this horrible way, where your life is just controlled to the letter. I think it's sad, yeah, but it's unreal. It's just unreal. It's unreal to be on the outside looking in and be thinking like I said, I've been perusing sermons, even recent and older sermons, and like listening to that and understanding, like I sat under that and I listened and I agreed wholeheartedly with that shit. It's nuts, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's nuts.
It
so
is.
Numbers.
Yeah. So those are the places you couldn't go, like the Walmarts and stuff like that.
Chili's. I remember. Okay, I got. So I remember. I got pulled into an office for a visit to Chili's restaurant. I'll never forget that. And I had been on my bus route a couple weeks. This guy's my friend on Facebook. He'll get a kick out of this if he watches. Josh Griffin. Love you, Josh.
Edit that out.
God bless you. I don't edit.
Yeah.
Josh Griffin. We had been on the route a couple days. Now, Josh Griffin was a wicked rebel because he listened to Greater Vision, who is a Christian group that sings about Christ, once again. And he listened to Greater Vision. He listened to Southern Gospel groups. He had his own car. He kind of did his own thing. It was a Grand Am, I think. And I remember he took me under his wing, right? We were on the same bus route. His bus captain, Charles Osgood, talked me into it. Join my bus route. How many times did you?
Join my bus route.
Who was it? Michael Griswold. Michael Griswold, like from the time I met him, Mike's a good dude, I think. From the time I met him until I graduated, every day. Join my bus route, bro. Like every time he saw me as a joke. He was a really cool dude. But join my bus route. Oh my God, I heard that so many times. So, anyways, Josh kind of took me under his wing. Like I was a scared freshman in Chicago. I don't know what the fuck's going on. So, we'd ride in the car together. It was a lot more chill than my bus captain was. And one night after bus route, or I think it was a Saturday night, we went to Chili's to eat food, but they serve alcohol at Chili's. So therefore, I got drunk and had gay sex. Like that's just what it is.
That's, of course,
obviously
it's the only option. It's the only option.
I mean, you go into Chili's.
They warn you. It's at the front of the door.
It's gay sex here. So nothing against my gay friends. I fucking love you guys. So,
accidentally.
Oopsie. So John Tutton pulls me into his office. I don't think he's the dean of men, but he was over all the dorms. Was he the dean of men? No, because I think Carpenter was until he just died.
Cassida was dean of men. And then Tutton was over...
Was he just over Rice?
Tutton
was over all the freshmen, I think.
Tutton was over Rice.
When we got there,
Mike
freshman year.
was over Malone.
Malone? For how long was he over Malone?
He was over there for the whole time we were there.
And who was over? I think Colson just got to run crazy.
Colson was Doug Cole for a while.
I ran crazy then.
Yeah, that was Cole. Oh, no.
Ruck.
Doug Ruck. Freshman year. That was Ruck.
Son.
I think Cole took it over for
This is memory lane right here.
It's going to pop off. This is going to be very random because it's
and
one
a bunch of names that you're going to be like, who? I don't know and I don't care.
Yeah.
So I don't know. A lot of the people do know these names.
If you're friends on Facebook, then you're kind of in the same year. But it's one of those things like you repress the memory so far down that as you start talking, they resurface so quickly that things,
crazy.
Before you know it, like just words are coming out of your mouth.
A big reason why this episode of the podcast was born, John took me to breakfast a few days ago, and we couldn't stop talking about this
shit. Good Christian.
Word.
Gotta plug how great we are, right? It's not about appearances.
Not at all. But that's the thing. Like, we started talking, and just so much stuff kept coming up. I was like, dude, I know we talked about college on the podcast before, but we got to do this again. So anyways, I keep saying numbers and not actually getting back to it, but I did want to. We will. There was something. Oh, John Tutton. So John Tutton pulls me in. I almost almost pulled a Dane Cook and didn't finish my story. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, and so John pulled me in and said, "I heard you went to Chili's." And I was like, "What the fuck? How did you hear that? Like, where did that even come from?" I'm sure someone saw this. Yeah. It is a tattletaling is a disease. Like, it's done in Scientology, like, in a very, like, have you watched anything from Lee Remini?
Yeah.
So it's done, you report on you tell on yourself, and you tell on others, but it's done very systematically, and it feels all very formal.
You write a report, and you send it in, right?
Hyles-Anderson, IFB, not so much. It's just like, oh, shit, did you hear what so-and-so did?
Yeah.
Not shit, but, oh, good Lord, did you hear what so-and-so did? Please pray for so-and-so, because
of course.
You know, it's always mentioned as a prayer request. But, I don't know who turned me in. Someone turned me in for going to Chili's, and I do think that was a rule. I do think you weren't allowed to go anywhere that served alcohol.
Yeah.
Which ruled out Pizza Hut.
Which ruled out pretty much everywhere. But what's funny, though, because you could shop at Walmart, which sold
alcohol.
Funny how that works.
The amount of double standards is just, we'll get into more.
If it wasn't for double standards, they probably wouldn't have any.
They wouldn't exist.
Yeah, they wouldn't have any.
How could you?
Yeah. Wait, can we do
standards,
something? Can we do that? No?
No. We can't. Fuck it. Just don't do anything. I want you to sit there.
Just stand still.
Don't look like
and
that.
Scream at people. Street preaching.
Tutton pulls me in, if I remember this correct, and asked me about my trip to Chili's, and I'm just like, dude, I didn't even. Did you read the rule book? Like, yes, but I don't remember that part of it. I didn't know I was doing anything wrong. He's like, well, just just kind of was like, oh, it's okay this one time when that you got drunk and had gay sex. It's fine this time, but don't do it again. And then even my mom called me because he called my mom.
Really?
Yes. He called my mom to say that we're concerned. I was there, I wasn't even there a month, bro.
I did not know that.
I wasn't even there a month. He called my mom to, tell her, I need to tell you about your son. Went to Chili's to,
And this was your freshman year?
Yes. I remember well. We went to Chili's to eat food. What? And then I think when my mom called, it was more like, is everything okay? I don't know. Chili's? What? I'm like, yeah, I just went to, okay, cool. Yeah. Right, bye. Super weird. Anyways, I don't know how I got off on that. But there's just so many of the you can't do this, can't do that kind of thing.
Right.
But with the numbers, we would allegedly go into Chicago, into areas that we weren't normally going into. And we would we would knock on a bunch of doors. We'd have flyers that would say we're giving away. I don't think we ever gave away the big stuff. That was spring and fall program, like the PlayStations and stuff.
Yeah, Yeah,
those. But for this, it was like basketballs.
Because this was
give away watermelons.
Yeah, because Well, because the thing you got to... So if you went to the college, you remember there's two big pushes each year, a fall program and a spring program. But because we were trying to get 2,500, this was like an every weekend occurrence. So
25,000.
25,000, I'm sorry. 25,000.
The numbers are very important. John.
Yeah, right.
But they're not important. We don't give a shit about numbers.
Yeah, 25,000. It was an every weekend thing. So we had to do smaller gigs.
Yeah, exactly.
For the less...
Yeah. So
allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. So we would allegedly go into Chicago. We would have flyers that would say, we're doing, I don't know what, we're giving away. You know what I love? Is that I can now say those are bribes.
For sure.
Growing up my whole life and being in college and even after college, people would tell me, why are you giving away, not that you shouldn't, but whatever. Why are you giving away goldfish? Why are you giving away baby chicks? Why are you giving away candy? Why are you doing a promotion like you're giving away a PlayStation? Why are you doing, what was the thing that we did? I feel like we had a thing where we threw stuff from the top. That was a promotion. Where we threw prizes or candy or something from the top. Well, what was that?
Well, they did the helicopter drop. They would spend enough money and throw candy out and just have people
into a field
and have kids run towards them.
And one of Gavin's bus kids broke his leg. Yeah. I visited him at the hospital I was born at in Hammond.
That was crazy.
You were born at.
We were born there.
Yes. So, it's fucking crazy. It's like the stuff that we would allegedly would do. It's just like, What?
Yeah.
Why? How? Who? John, our earless leader. Who would come up with that shit? Like, who would sit there and think, let's have? It wasn't a real helicopter. It was like a drone helicopter or some shit. Like, I feel like it was a remote control helicopter. Or something.
It was something. I don't know, bro.
I don't know. But anyways,
Yeah.
like, what? Who thinks of that? Who says like, we got a bunch of kids from Chicago and let's just throw candy on them?
Yeah.
How fucked up is that? That's just fucked up, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the thing with the thing is, here's the thing that always got to me, and this is fine. Like, if people genuinely want to go out and like reach people, go for it. But this was not that. This was
Forced.
This was if there's a thing, and I've heard people preach on spiritual abortion.
Yeah.
If there was
that's
if you lead to that, that's exactly what this was. Because it was go out, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am.
Yep.
And we would never go back there again.
Never see them again.
It's not like we brought these people and tried to disciple them.
No.
It was
purely
let's get the numbers, put them down, and leave them.
So
allegedly,
this is how your day would go. You get there, you have your flyers that have advertisements for watermelons and basketballs. Super fucked up.
This is legit. Like, we're not just doing this to make it more interesting. These were actual things that they did.
We gave away.
Yeah.
Okay. So the flyers would say we're giving these things away. We'd like just to take. Do you know us? No. Do you have our address? No. Have you ever seen us before? No. Do we give you a cell phone number? No. You don't know who the hell we are. We just want to take your kids from you, allegedly, for 3 or 4 hours, and we'll bring them back. They'll be soaking wet. They'll be fine.
Across state lines.
Yep. Across state lines. So we go and we knock on doors and we give out these flyers. And it was quick, dude. It was real quick. It wasn't like your normal Saturday visit.
No.
It was, hey, we're doing this thing. We're going to be back in half an hour. Be ready. Boom, next door. Half an hour, be ready. Boom, 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 boom. No time for sewing. No time for witnessing. No time for anything, but we're coming back in half an hour. Be the fuck ready. Put your shoes on. How many kids did you help? Not necessarily during that, but
get ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
put their shoes on.
Like strangers. Like,
wake
we've
them up.
never seen these people before in our lives.
No,
and they're
never.
just, and the crazy thing is like, it's nothing against the people, but they were letting us in there, pretty much dress their kids, allegedly.
Yeah.
Putting on their shoes, trying to get them out the door, and then we'd ask them, like, hey, do you know anybody else? Run over to another group of kids. So it was like, talk about MLM. We would have them just round up people.
Yeah, if you got a kid that was real, if I remember right, well, at least the way that I tried to do it, if you got a kid that was real stoked, like, hey, Johnny, yeah, I can't wait, I'm going to try to win a basketball. Dude, do you have any buddies? Totally bring your buddies. Like, they would have so much fun.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we definitely would do that.
Yeah.
Allegedly. And then you'd come back through, you gather as many as you could, children, you get them on the bus, and then that's when the salvation message would start.
Yeah.
There was no church. There was no church service.
No.
There was a noisy bus where no one wanted to pay attention. They just wanted their basketball and they wanted to go home.
Yeah.
There was a noisy bus and someone up front was yelling and telling everyone that, you're a wicked person.
Yep.
You deserve to go to hell because you're wicked. Jesus died and that will take care of everything. All you got to do is ask him to save you and I'll stop talking and you can get your basketball. Oh, okay, I'll ask him to save me. When do I get my basketball? Where do I sign? So they pray. We get them to church, allegedly, and then we'd baptize them in a basement in a horse trough. We'd baptize them. I didn't personally baptize them.
All true statements.
Yep, allegedly true.
Allegedly. Damn it, I'm the worst.
No, it's fine.
I've been bamboozled.
No, it's really like I would like for things to get rolling on people getting in trouble for this. I'm not worried about myself.
Yeah.
I would much rather that church get taken down and a lot of them get taken down because
it's crazy.
It's unreal. Anyways, so and the church is taking itself down to be fair. So they get baptized and then we put them back on the bus and take them back to Chicago. And I would say never see them again, but during the 25,000, we definitely went to the same neighborhoods few times. But for the most part, never see them again. But during that time period, people were definitely saved and baptized multiple times. And I know that I'm not incorrect in remembering this. People were baptized multiple times on the same day.
Yeah.
For the sake of the numbers.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, if you're really good at salvation messages, you know how to get people to doubt their salvation.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like
okay.
I
was, I think 13 when I got resaved and rebaptized, and you were?
I was 18.
Someone who's been in it, and same with me, been in it your whole. This is all you've known.
Yeah.
As far as God, heaven, and hell, this is all that you've known, and somehow someone made you doubt something that you did in this knowledge.
Yeah.
Just it's
crazy.
Again, it's a lot of guilt, a lot of shame. It's just it's so trippy, guys.
I will say I was one of the 25,000 baptized.
Hey!
On that day. I remember that.
That's awesome.
I remember that.
Do you remember when they unveiled? We were in the auditorium when they unveiled the new auditorium, and it was right around my birthday, which is the day after Jack Scott's birthday. I'm the second; he's the first. And they wanted to test out the new baptistry. So Jack Scott, if you were born on October 1st, he would baptize you.
Yeah.
What? Like, what the fuck is that, dude? That's some crazy man worship and just stupid. Like, who cares? Dude, you spent gazillions of dollars on the baptistry and the building. It works. Trust.
Yeah.
You just need to pump your ego a little bit. Like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Just.
Yeah, that was crazy. They had. So the thing was also is that when you think, like, if you think about how it was all run, it was all very militarized, right? The whole college, the whole church, everything is very, very militarized.
So I don't believe a lot of the stories of the men that talk about their father or themselves being in the military, because a lot of the men that preach, not Tom Vogel, but a lot of the men that preached had these crazy trumped up stories that just didn't sound right. And I've researched some of them and they don't add up actually. But Jack Hyles was allegedly a paratrooper.
82nd Airborne.
Yeah.
Which is like, if everybody was a trooper, I feel like that's what everybody was in.
Yeah.
Somehow everybody was in the 82nd. What happened to the other 81?
1 through 81, nothing.
Nothing.
Like, no one enrolled.
82nd.
82nd, we were there, motherfucker. No, I just what's interesting to me is a guy that has a similar dynamic to all these guys, Ray Young, Jack Scott, all of them, is Roy Moore. He's not far off. When you listen to him speak, have you ever heard him speak?
I haven't.
So he actually spoke in 2003 at the church and or college. At the church. He was there. He was a big deal. Roy Moore was at First Baptist Church to speak for some engagement.
When was that?
In 2003. Year before we got there.
Year before we got there.
Yeah, dude. Crazy.
Dude, I did not know that.
But when you listen to him, I'll play something for you later or send you something.
Yeah.
He's the rhetoric, everything, just even the modulation, the way he talks, the way he pauses,
the cadence,
the way
and
he
everything.
comes down at the end of a word, it's all the same shit as these guys.
Crazy.
I read up on him. He went to West Point. He graduated. He went to Vietnam. He was more, and if you go to West Point, you go in as an officer. He was more worried about his men killing him than he was the enemy. Because a common thing was, a grenade, click, done.
Jeez.
And he was more worried about his own men, his subordinates killing him than he was. And his subordinates would tell stories about what a shitty person he was. So when guys say, it's in 82nd Airborne, like, I'd like to, if you really were in.
Yeah.
If you really were in. And again, I don't want this to get confused with people that actually did service. There's a guy, and I'm not saying good or bad person, but Dave Lutz has actually been in, and Tom Vogel has actually been in. So I'm not trying to shit on them in any way. I'm just saying the old paths guys that want to, especially Jack Hyles, want to talk about their time in service. That guy's an asshole. Was an asshole. And I'm not saying there's not assholes in the military. If you've been in the military, you know good and well. But if he really was in the military, I'd really like to hear what the men around him thought of him. Because he's a piece of shit, I promise you. Anyways, that's a side note. But I think it was all very militaristic because of the time period that it was set in.
Yeah.
So it wasn't set in 2000 anything. It wasn't set in 1980 anything, which I feel like 1970 something. 72? Boom, son. 1972 is when it was founded.
There it is.
On the money. So, 8400 Burr Street. Huh?
Yeah.
Someone texted me the address the other day, and I was like, oh, please don't. As a joke. So, anyways, I keep getting off track, but there's just so many things. So, it was set up in a very, very militaristic reason fashion for many reasons, but one is Jack Hyles was its founder, and he claimed he wanted to be all military bullshit, and so there was that. And then it's set up in a very 1950s kind of nostalgic way, like you just heard about the hosiery. Guys were always wearing ties. Always you had to wear a tie. And if you wanted to go to dinner, look, you're paying for dinner. You are paying money to eat.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you paid for dinner. Can I have my dinner, please? Yes, you surely can. Go back to your dorm, you poor motherfucker who doesn't have money to buy more suits. Grab a sport jacket, and then come back and you can have dinner. That was a rule. Yeah. If you try to go to dinner, right? Was it Wednesday or any day?
Yeah.
If you tried to go to dinner at the dining hall where you were paying for the food, you had to be wearing a sports coat.
Because it was all about appearances.
And never forget how many guys showed up with absolutely their fat roommate sports coat.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like, that shit's not yours. You
No.
just wanted a sports coat.
You guys are wearing one sport coat together. Right.
This is our get along sports coat.
Yeah.
So I remember one time I was working on I was working for the college. I was working on grounds, and so I was wearing shitty clothing because I had just come from working for them to eat the food that I was paying them to let me eat, and I had to be segregated.
Oh,
You sit over there because you're not wearing nice clothes.
Yep.
What the fuck, man?
Yeah, bro.
More of this shit is. I'm remembering more of this shit.
I'm telling you, bro.
It's fucking crazy.
It boils over.
It's
boils
crazy.
Over. So getting back to the whole
Yes.
military.
Yeah, I got way off.
No, it's fine because it's all true. That all plays into it. Is because within the different ranks of Christianity at the college, like when we were doing this big push for the 25,000, you had like what you would call like your regular infantry, like the mass of people that would go out. What a lot of people don't know, and there's probably less than 20 people that know about this, is there was a special black ops mission that I swear to God that went on to make sure that we hit those numbers.
Oh, this I need to hear about.
Allegedly. Allegedly. Now listen to how fucked up this is, because this is the shit that people go to jail for.
Yep.
Like, and that's why I'm going to say allegedly, because I will deny it, having maybe allegedly been a part of it. But so what he
You
was
just
the
want
main
to say
push.
you're Black Ops. Fuck you.
I got my tattoo right here. See this emblem right there? That's my tramp stamp right there.
Dude, that would be so
That's my tramp
hilariously ironic to have that on you.
Nah, I wouldn't.
I couldn't do it. But anyways, go.
But anyways, so what would happen is we would bring the group of we would bring these kids, not necessarily teenagers. We're talking anywhere between like 4 years old, 5 years old.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Boys and girls, and we would seriously walk them down to a basement, a legitimate basement, and they would get baptized in a horse trough. Like a metal container, like not even like a real baptistry half the time.
No,
some people did get baptized in a real baptistry.
Yes.
But because there was
Never
so
the new
many
one.
people.
Never the new one. You went to Spanish church. Was it Spanish?
It was where they did teen church, the teen building.
Right, but the old original auditorium.
The old original
Yeah,
Spanish.
yeah.
Because they got upgraded to the new auditorium.
But, which is the original.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
But what would happen then is we realized that the number, like towards the end of it, the numbers weren't really going to be there. So
allegedly.
Some people, parties not to be mentioned, turned a bus into a mobile baptistry.
What?
Blacked out the fucking windows.
You're shitting me.
I am allegedly, yes.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I am.
Shitting you.
Now, get how messed up
this
is.
This is not made up surprise.
Changing rooms.
I didn't know about this.
Changing rooms. Seats were removed. Curtains were installed. Windows were blacked out. And this is how it worked. You would walk in the front, get changed somewhere in the middle with little to no privacy, get dunked, and walk out of the back.
No shit.
Allegedly.
What the
So you wouldn't even go. So what would happen is you would hold this open air meeting, and you would do all this stuff, and you would do it, and you would walk. Literally, you would walk up one. Now, this was maybe one or two buses that this happened to.
Yeah.
And after that year, those buses can no longer be found. Allegedly.
What?
Legit. Windows were blacked out.
Jimmy Hoffa shit.
Windows were blacked out.
Wow.
Horse trough in the back.
Jesus.
You would walk in the front, a sinner, and walk out the back, a
Born
saint.
again Christian. Yeah.
Sinner and saint, dude. But these
nuts.
buses, dude, and you would go out and, bro, it was crazy. But what's even crazier is at the moment you don't realize it, but you think that you're the best Christian in the world.
Oh
for doing
yeah,
that shit.
you are just because
but nobody could talk about those.
No, but it's on two levels. So on the one level, you're a great Christian because more people are being saved because of your efforts for Christ.
Yeah.
On another level, you're getting high praise and adulation. On three levels, you're getting high praise and adulation from the men that knew you went and the men that were with you and who lived for that because you were taught to worship men, not God, men, and you're helping the greater good. You're helping us get. You are the secret sauce that gets us to 25,000.
Yeah.
We don't get to it without you.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if allegedly there were meetings about this, they would have told people that were involved, like, you are it. If you don't get this done, like, we're not going to hit our goal. We'll owe you so much.
Yeah.
And God will bless you greatly, I'm sure, is a similar phrase of what people would hear.
But having a child of my own at about the same age that these kids were leaving their parents, same there. So for you guys that are out there,
I cannot imagine.
That puts it more in perspective, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I have a son who's turning 5 next month.
Yeah.
And that's the age of kids that were getting on this bus with no parental. And keep in mind, though, the parents technically did have to sign. I don't remember if you remember this.
Honestly, here's how, because of what almost came out of my mouth. That was, to me, at the time, I did it. I made sure that they were signed. But that, to me, was the most annoying part of the process. Because then you have to explain shit.
Yeah.
And that shit don't make no sense.
Well, I mean, people shouldn't question us.
Well, yeah,
right?
that too.
Well, what do you mean? Just sign it.
I have a tie. I'm from Hyles-Anderson. Why would you even ask me?
Yeah,
like,
sign this.
You can totally trust me.
You don't know who King James is? King Jameson?
King James. Yeah.
King
exactly.
Jameson?
Hell yeah. Do you remember that? That's so heavy,
yeah.
but it's so true. All that shit.
And
happened.
people can legitimately go to jail if that were a true story. But I'm just saying,
alleged.
It's not about me.
But it's not about me. It's all about him.
It's all about them.
yeah, for sure. Fuck. Ditcher's bus. That made me think of Ditcher's bus. So let me explain to you guys what this is. So who we brought to First Baptist Church of Hammond, a lot of them didn't want to be there. And can you blame them?
No,
I don't blame them.
we didn't want to be there.
I didn't want to be there either. So we would bring people, and I say Chicago a lot, but it was from Gary, from a lot of different places, but very, very few well-to-do places were people riding on the church bus to attend. And it's just what it is. Like, I'm not well-to-do myself, so whatever. But we would bring people that didn't want to be there. They just didn't.
Yeah.
And so what would they do? Just like school, they'd ride the bus, and then they ditch. So there was a group, and it rotated. I don't think it was the same people all the time. But
no, I would say there's a core 1 or 2.
2, yeah.
Because they had to know what was going on,
Exactly.
but the help definitely rotated.
But this bus would drive around Hammond and look for kids that were skipping church.
Yeah.
Ditching church, and would go pick them. Like, that was its job.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking, like, I know there's a lot of funny ditchers bus stories. I don't know them because I never had the privilege.
No.
Because I would have actually slept probably the whole time. But it's just ironic that you're bringing people to a place they don't want to be, and now your job is to go find the people that left so you can get them back to church in time so they don't get left in Hammond and their mom wants to know where they are. Like, that's really what it was.
Really?
Yeah.
They just didn't want to lose
Did you ever
it.
get left?
Did I ever get left?
Like on Sunday morning, you got left in Chicago.
I didn't only because like I had to run a lot of the stuff, so I was the guy leaving people. So, but
I got left.
Yeah.
So I listened to a recent sermon from Ray Young, and he talks about, this is a quote. I'm going to be throwing a lot of these out there. I put it on my Facebook as well. Don't tell anyone what you learned here at Hyles-Anderson College. And then to follow that up, he says, don't tell anyone any negative things that happened here. Only tell them the positive things. And he referenced something. He said, don't tell them about your weird roommate. Don't tell them about that time you got left on your bus route. I didn't get left on my bus route. I got left at the Lincoln Park Zoo. I was in there trying to find that last kid, and the last kid got on the bus, and my ass got left. I'm standing here with my dick in my hand at the Lincoln Park Zoo, dude. Like, what the fuck's going on? I'm pretty sure I jumped on a different bus or caught up to my bus. I don't remember how it played out, but I do remember very vividly getting left and being like, oh, I'm fucked.
Yeah.
This sucks.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy. And the other thing is, like, when you, like just looking back, I never really thought of it, but it was the way everybody was segregated out. Like, a lot of the Sundays that we're talking about, they were called H Sunday. That's because every department or every bus route or not bus route, but every group of buses were separated by alphabetical. Yeah. So your cream of the crop, your top of the line teens, your big tithers, they went to First Baptist, they sat in the pro. Those were the A teens. Like, legit, those were the A bus routes. Yep. Mm-hmm. And then you had B, which was kind of the closer perimeter to the church. The further you got out, the lower C, D, E, F, G, H. It would go all the way down.
Yeah. And H was like the last letter because we hardly ever went. And when we did go, it was just for a special day to get baptisms.
But as you went further out from the epicenter, as you went farther out from the tabernacle, right? The place where God met.
The holy place.
The holy place. They went lower, and they were just like, oh, this is, what letter? Oh, you're H? You're H, kid? Go stand over there. Oh, you're A. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, you're over here. And that's seriously how they got picked, because...
Do you remember the shit show that Teen Center was?
Bro.
Holy shit.
Bro,
dude, some of the shit that went on
next
there,
level.
For me, I'm very happy that I'm not happy to have been an onlooker, but that's all I was.
Yeah.
I didn't take part in some of that shit, but so basically you had some of the, look, if you run a church or you've been in church ministry at all, or you're a fucking human, you understand that teenagers can be, can be. I'm not one anymore. That was half a life ago. But it can be tough to deal with. Yeah. Okay. But again, ditcher's bus. You're bringing people that don't want to be there, and they're teenagers. You got your work cut out for you, and you did this to yourself. I remember they wouldn't do it. I don't think they would do it to teenagers, but they would do it to college students. I can't think of the name, or I shouldn't say it, but I remember someone had a routine, and it would get the boys all, because we would split them up, boys and girls. We get the boys all kinds of riled up. He would spank a college student with his belt.
What?
That was part of the warm-up routine, whatever it was. Yeah. I don't know if he put him over his knee, but he would spank. I remember well.
This was
Teen Center in the opening assembly when you first walk in. It's like the old Catholic building or whatever. No. Yep.
Seriously?
Yeah, it was him. 100%. 100%.
No
yeah,
way.
That's part of his routine. And then another thing was, again, because they're teenagers, so you got to have wow factor, right? You got to keep their attention. It's your job to keep their attention. You got them for 10, 15 minutes to keep their attention during the opening assembly. So they do opening assembly, boys over here, girls over here, then they put them all together, and it was a mess when they put them all together, dude. Because this guy wanted that girl, but it was his girl, the other guy's girlfriend, and so it was this fucking shit show.
Yeah, it was like a telenova show going on there. It
was bad.
Dang,
so
I forgot about that.
So the spanking, but then part of the warm up was just gross competitions. I remember when I was a youth pastor, I did a competition, which was a competition that was widely used at youth conferences, and that was taking a Happy Meal and putting the entire thing, including the Coke, into a blender.
Oh,
I know, sorry, dude. And seeing who could chug it the longest before puking. Everyone puked. I didn't chug it, but I smelled it. It smelled like pure shit. It smelled terrible. And I was like, it's weird though, because it's stuff you would eat anyways. But it's fries and a Coke.
But it's once everything gets mixed together, it's just it comes out naturally.
So bad, man. Jeez. So yeah, good point. It's the end of the system.
Yeah, that's where you're starting.
Exactly. So, but in Teen Center, I remember they would do a competition, and you've seen it somewhere before or there, where you'd have the guys, they bring a whole Sprite, a 2-liter of Sprite. Yeah, you know. And they'd have you eat 2 bananas.
Bananas and Sprite.
And then you try to drink it, and you couldn't. Because whatever the carbonation does with the potassium from the banana, it always makes you hurl.
Effect,
yeah, it was bad. So that's what they would do at church to start it off.
Yeah.
They'd just kick it off. They'd have a guy puke in front of everyone and puke on the floor.
Yeah. Well, it was uppers and downers, dude. They get everybody riled up.
Yep.
And then they bring in the worship song person, and then they would try to calm everybody down before the service. Yep. But by that time, they're so high on sugar, most people are crashing.
Yep.
And that's why you're trying to keep the kids awake.
Yeah. I couldn't stay awake. I could not stay awake.
No, bro.
Teen Center, dude, it was hot in there. It was always hot.
Yeah.
And it was hot because there was a fuck ton of us in there. Yeah. And we're coming from the cold. It's freezing cold, so now it's finally warm, and not only is it warm, it's hot. I'm done. I'm out. Dude.
Yeah, we've been up since 4:30.
Yeah, exactly. Going to get in the bus.
Jeez, dude. But yeah.
All right, let us crack open the book of the year of 2005.
Yeah, this is our sophomore year.
Yeah.
College, which we had to buy, I believe. Did they give these out? Or
oh no!
When did they change it over?
Tuition, right? It was
I know they charged it somehow.
Where are you going? Let's start. Oh, you were at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah, I almost did. I tell you, this is the date. Oh! I asked her out. I will not say her name. I asked her out. She said, "Ask my dad."
Yep. Yeah, I won't say
ask
her name.
my dad. Yeah, it's too late now. Ask my dad. I asked her dad. He said, "I think she's more suited for this guy."
Yep.
I remember that very well. That shit's hilarious.
Yep. I'm just looking.
Oh, there's Chapel. Jeez.
Ah.
Fucking Scott.
Yeah, dude. Chapel got to be a joke where.
God. It really was. It's a screaming match. Like if you can scream the loudest and get noticed, as a guy, you can stand up and scream really loud. Hey man, especially at the beginning.
It was like the mating call. If you ever watched the Discovery Channel, like the lions that could roar the loudest got the best looking mates. It's kind of the same thing because that's what girls looked for: big Bibles. Yeah. And loud roaring.
Everyone from your church
everyone from Metro, we had the biggest Bible.
Okay, so give me a percentage. How many percentages bigger was your Bible than this? Actually, do a cutout.
If I had to, okay, so
dude, it was that.
It was
pretty close.
No, it was. It was a little bit. Yeah. So it was a lot thicker because it's all about the girth of the Bible.
The girth is vital. How many girths?
It was thicker, but it was a little bit wider. So it would have come out to right about here and got up to here. And we got that for I think once we hit like 1,000 souls saved.
Not as a college student,
as a teenager, but we got that for going in. But we were known for our fancy suits and our big Bibles.
What's his name again? He's an asshole.
That would have been Chris.
Yep, Chris. Yeah, let's just do first names.
Yeah,
that's right there.
So this kid actually got caught for having his chick's panties in his dorm room.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, props to him.
Doing that shit.
Props to her.
Yeah. Good work, girl.
Good work. Way to ruin that boy's ministry.
Ruin his life.
Facetiousness.
I can't even.
We're not calling your names out. You're not calling your names out. Wait, is that Jeremy?
It's definitely. It's got to be Berserk, right?
Is
that Jeremy? No. Yeah, Delgado. Yeah.
Yep.
Ron Jeremy. Oh my God.
I remember this guy,
Smith.
Joe.
Yeah.
Joe. Yeah, we'll call him Smith. Sure.
Is it?
Brown.
Oh, Brown. Wow.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Oh, the Papali. Yeah. Now he went and.
He served. Yeah.
Yeah, he actually went and joined up.
Yep, he did.
A girl I tried to date, I think, was dating him while he was in the service.
Huh.
Then she ended up marrying somebody else.
That went a different way because
on
of
Facebook. So I won't say
his gender preference.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't know.
Fight the power. All right, let's see here.
I don't know, this is some
so again, we're just flipping through the yearbook, some dedications.
Who cares?
Some very awkward candid photo.
Some flashback. Now we're looking at a picture of Jack Scott and Jack
Hyles. We have
Russell Anderson.
Or as he's also known, Enzo.
Enzo, okay.
And we'll call him Enzo.
Show this. So this guy. So John knows this guy from this fool from way back. The other half of the college.
He's from our church.
Yes, exactly.
He's our sponsor.
What doesn't make sense though is he wasn't. From what I was told by other church members, he didn't give hardly shit to you guys.
You know, I don't know.
From what I understood, this guy is
a
self-made. Yeah, but he could have bought your whole church.
He could have
easily, twice, 10 times.
He did let us stay at his condo when we went to Waikiki, though.
That's handy. I'm not gonna.
No, I shouldn't say it. He let us eat dinner there. We had to leave.
Anyways, Russell Anderson, the way I would stay, because look, he made a lot of money. I mean, you can't deny that, okay?
For sure.
The man from Ypsilanti.
With holding his britches from rags to riches, right? Jeez.
Such flashbacks.
Ipsitucky, as they like to pronounce that.
So, he would come and speak. His name was on the sign. He paid a shit ton of money to be there. So he got to speak whether he sucked or not. And he sucked. And the only way I stayed awake was by tallying. So everyone wanted to copy Jack Hyles. In fact, a guy named Alan Domley to this day still dresses. I saw him preach the other day wearing almost that exact same tie. Exact same tie. This is a picture of Jack Hyles from before 2001. And Alan Domley's still wearing those ties. Anyways, he copies everything from the way the guy hacks. And so, that is what he would do. And so, the and so thing was a big thing that Jack Hyles did all the fucking time. When he would preach, he would cough, he would spit into his hanky and look at it. And so, Russell Anderson thought, well, that's how to be a great orator. Just keep saying fucking and so. And that guy would say it so many times that by the time he was done, I would have tally marks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I would have at least 100 tally marks after a message of him saying and that's how I stayed awake.
Yep.
Because every time he would say it, I'd have to mark it down again. Oh my God, more of the same.
Yeah, more of the same. More of the same.
Oh my God.
And I don't think he's allowed back there anymore now.
I thought he weren't they going to get a bus of him and he said no?
Yeah.
I think he got pissed about that, which...
Yeah, I had something to do.
What's that about the car? Dr. Russell Anderson chats with administrators before leaving the campus. And you have to see you don't have to see it, but it's a picture of him, but it's in front of his fucking Jaguar or something.
Yeah, dude had some nice cars.
Yeah,
he bought when I knew him, because I actually worked for him when I was in when I was in high school.
Apartments.
At the apartments, he actually bought. I could be wrong,
I
but
thought he had a Viper.
he had the Batman, the Batmobile.
No shit.
He had the Corvette turned into the Batmobile, 24
God.
karat plated pipes and rims.
Jeez,
But he bought the just because he bought the head coaches of the Dolphins. He bought his like that white car with the blue, the old school one. He had that car.
Damn,
I'm pretty sure he bought that from him.
That's nuts.
It's more the same.
Jack Scott.
Jack Scott, Russell Anderson's with Dr. Anderson's red Corvette. Because we're not about to appearance. Walk by faith, but don't drive by it. It has to be at least a $70,000 car.
Easily. Oh, window.
Oof. Yeah, I won't say nothing.
No,
I got nothing on that.
Oh.
Except for he did piss me off. He did piss me off
Yeah?
in the song leadership or the
Oh,
song
yeah.
leading.
That was a bad class.
And this I remember this guy pissed me off so bad because I was working.
That's the same picture.
The same exact picture. They weren't really original. But I just remember it was during when I was doing my master's. I got like special permission because of how I was working. Like I was working a full-time job, working at the school to my master's and like going to school.
Yeah.
So they had those staff meetings there in the morning, and
crazy early.
From who I was working for, I got permission. Like, hey, dude,
you don't have to be there.
Don't worry about doing it. Just show up like 15 minutes after. That way we can catch up and do this.
Right.
Well, you had to sign into these staff meetings, which were total bullshit. Like nobody talked about anything.
Okay, so break it down. What went on in the staff?
Bro, it was nothing. It was seriously like a mini chapel. Like here's the announcements. Somebody would give like challenge.
Seriously?
That's all it was.
Every day?
Every single day.
Oh my god, dude.
And
that
it was just
sounds
like
terrible.
it's like you really only needed it like once a week. Like, hey, here's the upcoming events.
Yeah.
But it was more or less.
Gave them out in chapel
But it was more or
anyway.
less about control. You had to be in a certain place. You had to be
certain
under the
time,
thumb, and
you
accounted
had to be
for.
dressed a certain way. Yeah.
So they actually, it was towards the end. Like I had like a semester left of my master's, and I got called into this dude's office after working. Got told I didn't really care about anything because I had missed, and that if I missed like 3 or 4 more, that I would be dropped from the master's program.
How deep were you in the master's?
I had 1 semester left.
What?
After a year and a fucking half of paying to do this, of writing curriculum, of scheduling classes, and having permission from the dude I was interning for.
Yeah, your boss.
My boss. I get this guy here thinking that Mr. Loyal, whatever the fuck it was. Like,
loyalty.
Yeah, like piss me off. I'm like, dude, I work circles around you.
Yeah, easily.
Like, I was working like 60, 70 hours a week, and I was married at the time.
Do shit.
A married dude, you're gonna tell me. God, that pissed me off so bad.
I could tell.
It just lights me up because it's just.
Oh, this guy's asshole.
Yeah, this guy.
This guy, he tells a story about carrying a piano up a step.
That was the guy, yeah. Put the piano on my back.
That's not true.
No, not at all. Unless it was probably like a keyboard.
Even that,
Yeah.
why would you? What put you in that situation?
This guy was just random. He was good-hearted,
Yeah,
but he was
he was.
random.
He was
We're just
super
going through. We're not gonna name all the names because some people
Once
might
we get to, we're going through the staff stuff. Once we get past that,
Yeah,
it's gonna be a lot more
that's gonna be fair
interesting.
game for some of you guys that are in here. I'm gonna call you out. And feel free to call me out. If you knew me when I was on staff, feel free to jump in. Cause I most definitely was not on board with what I was making you guys do.
God.
Tucking in your shirts and whatnot. This guy did absolutely nothing.
He looks
It was
like it.
terrible. Poor advice.
Staff
This
and
guy
faculty.
couldn't sing. That guy was like the money man. That guy's I hate that guy.
Money.
Money!
Hope to God you're not at Hyles-Anderson College.
Dude, I do not like this guy.
Oh, that guy's a
And I know
fuckface.
people that left
Okay, so
this church out here to
Yeah.
go to his brother's church.
Oh yeah, I know.
I was
know
like,
who you're talking about.
out of the
Fuck
frying
that
pan
guy.
into the fire, dude.
So
Like, there's never a good
I have a
choice
little
with that.
story about him that you're involved in. So I got the call. So he was technically my bus captain,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
After I was married and out of college, I guess you still need to be active on a bus route because Jesus. And so this guy found out. By the way, on the first episode of the podcast, we talk about his father and what he did to my mother.
No.
So that'll tell you something. When he found out that I got a job because I wasn't active enough, I think you told me this, because I wasn't active enough on his bus route.
Yeah.
When he found out I got a job at a church, which was what I had trained for my whole life and what I went to the college where his father and himself worked. When I got a job for what I wanted to do and what I dreamed of doing my whole life, he was mad because I hadn't showed up enough for his bus route. Therefore, I was going to be a shitty assistant pastor.
Yeah.
That's logic for you.
Yeah, because it's all about them.
Go past this. This is
obnoxious. We'll be on this all day.
Wow,
for
he
the
lost
staff.
a lot of weight. So he's gained all that back.
Has he?
Dude, does everyone remember the HCG thing? They were all balls to the wall, and everyone did it. And now they all gained their weight back. They're all fat fucks now. So,
I mean, these are just
some rough pictures. Looks
I feel like I'm flipping through an obituary
he
right
wasn't
now.
even ready for that picture, dude.
He's not ready
Look
for
at
a lot
his
of things.
child-loving face.
Not in there.
Hey, so this guy figured it out. Good for you, Rocco to Peace.
I love
Good
that
for
guy.
you.
That guy was always cool.
Hell yeah.
Even he was always pushing the envelope, even when he wasn't, when he was full throttle.
Yeah. Anyways.
Oh yeah. She was super cool.
Yeah.
And she had a sister.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I love all the whispering. Remember this guy? This guy
I don't want to call people up.
Was weird as fuck.
He was
Super weird. I asked him because he was supposed to be an attorney or something at some point. So I asked him about something and he just didn't know shit. And I was like, you're lying about that attorney shit. There's no way. Wait. Look at this. Another guy who wasn't ready. Heidenreich is like, Why did he always look like that, to be fair?
It's like from the Munster. Dude's last name is Lester. Or his first name's Lester. Never trust somebody named Lester. Oof. See, this isn't like...
Oh, man. It's your boy.
Yeah.
It's my boy. I would not be on tour without this guy.
I see that guy, man. I really...
He's all right.
Yeah, like, I mean...
Here's the weird thing
I don't hear from him anymore,
yeah.
but...
Here's the weird thing for me and John. So many people that we knew on the inside, there were a select few that had a quality of normalcy, I'll call it.
Yeah.
And to see them still be in that is... it's not like heartbreaking, but it's very curious. It's very strange. Like, you have a good head on your shoulders, and just... Oh, shit, dude, what? 4 years ago? 3 years ago? No, 5 years ago, this all went to shit because of Jack Scott. And whether you're still at First Baptist or not, if you're still involved in that type of religion, I just don't... All right, pause really quick. If you're in that type... Okay, I've gotten yelled at a few times on Facebook, and that's fine. It's the internet. It's social media. I'm used to that. And I was talking to someone about it today, a guy that we went to college with our freshman year. And the thing that people get upset with me for, I've had two people in particular that I can recall, and I doubt they'll ever watch this podcast, so it's fine. And if you do, you know that we disagree. They get mad at me because when I talk about the independent fundamental Baptist movement, they say that I'm painting it with a broad brush. Well, here's the thing. That may be so, but it is valid to paint it with a broad brush, and there's a few reasons. Number one, you and me, if you've been involved in the IFB at all, have painted Catholicism and many other religions with a broad brush. When it came out, the priests were fucking with little boys.
It was every priest.
That was every single priest. We told you, the Catholics. We told you.
Yeah.
So we painted them with a broad brush, and you don't like it when we do it to you.
Yeah.
It's ironic. It's very ironic, and it has to be done. And here's the thing: you want me to stop painting with a broad brush, or you want me to stop saying that all IFB are the same? And I can't say that they are all exactly the same, but I say they're all very similar. They have the same legalism, they have the same man worship, and they have the same set of standards that are complete and utter bullshit for their women specifically. And the reason that I'll continue to be painting this with a broad brush, as some people put it, is because it needs to be talked about, and people need to know that it's still going on, and it's just as bad as it always was. So I don't know. Well, that's a personal tangent.
Well, think of it this way. When did IFB really start? When did the independent fundamental?
That's a great question. I would say Jack Hyles in the 50s. That's what I would say.
Charles Spurgeon, like all these great pastors, like you do realize like a lot of them weren't even Baptist.
Yeah, oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? They were cigar smoking, whiskey drinking.
Yeah, it does. You don't even have to. Here's the thing: like people say, like, oh well, Jesus nowadays, most of the regular Christians wouldn't. You know what I mean? It's true. Like, dude, he hung out with hookers. He drank wine. Don't give me that new wine bullshit. I'm over it. Yeah. He was at a wedding. For fuck's sake, he made wine. Leave it alone. I'm hot about that. Yeah. I'm hot about this. It's hot.
What grinds my gears? But like seriously, people talk about it being painted with a broad stroke, but it all comes from the same person.
Here's what I was. Yeah, it does. And here's what I was getting at, and I lost my way. If you don't want to be painted with that broad brush, change the name on your sign.
Yeah. How is that?
It's not hard.
How is it that everybody's independent? I'm independent. You're independent. Let's be independent together. But you're a different type of independent, so I don't like you.
Not how it works. You
Yeah.
know when people left England and decided to come over here and do their own thing, and then England was like, no, you got to do it how we say, and they've fought a whole fucking war, and now we're here, and stole all the land from the Indians. Yes, I know. Didn't mean to leave that out, whitewash it. That's independence. Like, wars are fought on independence.
Yeah.
Not like, hey, I'm independent. You're also, let's drink coffee together and rape children together.
Yeah.
Like, that's not, no.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. But that's the thing. Like, it all started, so, like, people that want...
There's Mike Borch.
Yeah, there he is. Co-president at that time. Or no, executive assistant.
This is what he's doing in the picture. Very, very freaky. Very freaky.
He looks super pale.
Polonex looks pissed.
He's sad to be there. He's sad to be there.
Oh, she's not happy because she's a lesbian. She doesn't really want to know it. She still works at a college.
Dude, this is
again
rough.
nothing wrong. Oh, Phil Sally was still there. Oh Jesus,
dude,
Phil Sally was a fucking pervert. Fucking pervert.
He loved me because he loved my dad.
No shit.
Yeah, my dad went to the same college as
awesome.
as I did back in the day.
I'm not calling you or your dad a pervert. I'm just saying.
No, but he loved. He was like, for whatever reason,
awesome.
he loved my dad. So every time he saw me, he'd always ask me how my dad was. I'm like,
what was he had
good.
He had a phrase.
He
young
did.
man or something. I don't know what it was, but he had a phrase.
Was it young blood?
Young man or something. I can't. I'll have to talk
is.
to Dan about it. But like, he definitely had a phrase.
Yeah, he was the one. Remember when we first got there? He was the one in charge of job placement.
And it never got me a job.
Yeah, America.
That guy never got me a job. Fuck that guy.
He also just looks very
Who was
uncomfortable.
that? I don't know who that is.
Is that our one and only?
Yeah, it's got to be. Have you seen her before? I don't think she's a real person there. I think they put her in. We don't have one.
Yeah, that was definitely a quota.
That's definitely...
I don't remember anybody.
I don't remember. No. I don't know who that is. Oh, boy.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. This is painful. Never do a collage. And if you worked on the yearbook staff, we know what church you're from.
Dude, yeah, I was about to
We know what church you're from. We know who the majority... After 2005, or we're right in the middle of 2005,
from Faith Baptist
we
Church.
know who you are. You're only people. Unless you were dating one of them or were one of them, you were in here.
You weren't on yearbook staff.
That dude looks like you got the Harry Potter mark going on.
So Heidenreich, if someone can talk to us, Heidenreich did have a thing on his head like Gorbachev. I don't know what that was.
Yeah, I think it was
but he had a thing.
Surgery or something.
Oh, okay. Brain surgery. They took it out.
Lobotomized. Just our loyal security guards.
Sucks to be them. Is there any college guys in that picture? Jones.
Is that Zern?
Yeah.
Oh,
Zorn. Oh.
Ooh, he made somebody one time.
He what?
I'm pretty sure one
he
of these
made
guys,
someone?
Yeah, or maybe it was him. This guy went off. This
that
guy
right
was
here.
a
joke, man.
I'm gonna show this picture.
Do you know
this
his
guy,
name?
this guy here, and it'll name it. Let me read it in order of left to right. Wayne Sean Rogg.
Oh my God, dude, that guy took his. That was Barney Fife.
Yeah.
Didn't we call him Barney? I feel like we called him Barney Fife.
One of the guys in our dormitory room, my sophomore,
you
or
could fuck with him so
my
easy
freshman
too.
year, he was walking across the thing and chucked a mirror at him and it exploded in right in front of him. Like he looked up, acting like he knew it was. I don't like you, Wayne Sean Rogg, and I don't care who knows it. You were an ass. Got some stories there.
Oh, do you remember? Okay, so there was a thing. We got to pause because I want to talk about this, but we'll keep looking.
Okay.
There was a thing. So if you, the work pass. I want to go back to the work pass. Yeah. So the work pass was a hall pass really, and it meant that you can be out, later than anyone else, or not anyone else, but you have an allotted time. You can be out until as late as midnight, or as late as 1, or as late as 2, which by the way had to be a class at 8. So fuck that. But there was an allotted amount of time. Sometimes you had to work overtime, or sometimes, for whatever reason, you were just wanted to fuck around and you pretend to work overtime. So you would have to call in your work pass because sign in, right? Didn't you sign in when you after? Yes, if you got in after curfew, you had to sign.
Yeah.
You had to sign a thing, and if you had a work pass, then that would get turned in and you'd be fine. If you didn't have a work pass, you're fucked. You definitely got demerits. I don't know what else.
Yeah. Because you had to leave your work pass on the back of the door.
That's right.
Because
your work pass was on the door of your dorm.
Yeah, so that way if you weren't there, they would check and make sure you had all your stuff together.
Jesus, man, ducks in a row. So, but I remember calling in a work pass because I worked at Kmart, dude. Did you work? I feel like you worked. No,
I did not.
Oh, that's right. We've talked about this. Sorry. So, I worked at Kmart. Kmart was an hour and a half away. If you got stopped by a train in Mantino, you're fucked. It's another 2 hours, whatever. And so, if you would, sometimes you have to call in your work pass, meaning your work pass allowed you to be out till 10, but you're going to be out till 11 because you had to work overtime. So on your way home, you'd call in your work pass and just be, John already knows, and just be like, hey, need to change my hours on my work pass. I'm going to be back till 11, 11:30, whatever it's going to be. But I remember you could, in a car full of college students that were half dead from being tired and malnourished, we're all just fucking around at that point.
Yeah.
So, like, throw some more money on the stripper while the guy's trying to call it. Make it rain, bro. Make it rain.
Come back to bed.
Or the best, of course, the classic was chug, chug, chug,
Yeah.
chug. While you're trying to, no, I'm working. Well, why do they keep saying stripper? Like,
Yeah.
oh, who else signed my? Oh, Andrew.
So
I want to read all these.
deny us.
So Denias, Tim Koo, me. God, I was skinny as fuck.
And he's doing something really good.
Yeah, he is. He's going to school, like middle
Yeah,
school.
well,
Yeah.
I want to say he's teaching too. Like he
Oh,
got
he's
some type
surprising.
of internship or something. But yeah, he's doing really
he's
good.
out in New York. He's doing. I got to see him.
Is that
That's Gavin, dude. Look at that red.
Gavin?
Look, you Faith Baptist fuckers, get rid of the red eye on us. Jesus Christ. So Andrew,
Yeah, this is terrible.
Andrew wrote me a note. I'm not gonna say last name, but Andrew wrote me a note. Stu, it's Andrew Gall, bro. Remember Rice 111 forever. Serve Jesus forever.
P.S.
Get
married first. Worst advice ever, bro.
my God.
Number one, strike one. Rice 111 forever.
I'm gonna-
Strike two,
Hey.
serve Jesus forever.
Hey, fuck that. I like
Get
Rice.
married. Strike three.
That's right. You were
three
too-
strikes.
Dude, I'm gonna take a picture of this and send it to him tonight. Oh my God.
Yeah, he's gonna love that one.
Look at these two. Oh.
Gotta leave room for the Holy Spirit with those
Dude,
kids.
how much bigger are I'm not gonna say what they are.
Massively.
How much bigger are they
Massively.
right now? Oh,
No
Jesus.
room for the Holy Spirit there. All right,
Get
so
married
now,
first.
yeah, so now we're in a section called student life, which we
so
all endure.
We're gonna definitely enjoy that. That kid never read a Bible a day in his life.
No,
Can't remember his name, but I know he did.
Uh,
Oh no, yes he did. Yes he did.
Oh.
He did read a Bible.
Oh, okay.
I was wrong. He was one of those dedicated
Yeah.
ones. I lied. Ah, fuck that guy. But that's his wife.
Oh.
No? Isn't that who he married?
Yeah. No, yeah, for sure.
nice. Get married. Get married first.
Married first. Can't really see anything in these photos. They're kind of hard to pick out. What does it say? What does that say?
Conferences or opening day.
Something hot.
Oh, what? Someone wrote Gavin's hot.
Gavin's hot. So there's an arrow. Where
That
is
is
he?
him. That's him.
Yeah.
That toe-headed motherfucker.
Yeah.
Gavin's hot. He wrote, and that's how I know. That's his parents right there.
Yep. I love the Corwins,
Fucking
dude.
Gavin,
I love
dude.
you guys. This is great.
Oh, memory lane for sure.
Yeah. Which was
Doug
there's-
Cole.
what does it say? There's.
There, that's Gavin. That's his handwriting. There's me, and I think that's his signature.
Oh, that's that blue shirt.
That's a blue shirt. So these are all pictures from opening day. So here's you, John. So there's a picture of, I'm not in it, but a few guys, and John and Todd are in this picture.
Yep.
And there's Mike Griswold, join my bus route.
There's Scott.
Mercer.
Yep, he was in our room.
What is, okay, are you going to read what you put or no?
Yeah. So.
Hey, Stu.
Hey, Stu. Look
at my guns. John's like, up
Arrow
like this.
pointing.
Arrow pointing to guns.
Yeah,
said guns.
those are my arms.
And then Todd said, Stewie, for your... Can't spell Todd.
Your
Oh my
Y-O-U
God.
apostrophe R-E.
You're an awesome friend. I love you. I present 9 letters. So...
9 letters.
Who's that? I don't recognize her. She's cute.
I don't either. She probably didn't last long.
Probably not. Oh, I asked her. I remember asking her out and being nervous as fuck.
Yes, yep.
And then she turned me down.
Yep.
I really liked her.
Chad Butler.
Chad, my man. Doug Cole.
Yeah.
No, not Doug. John.
Where?
John Cole. He would. He was so funny in America, dude. He would always say, Johnson.
Is that Henderson?
No.
Dan Henderson?
No. You're
Who's that?
Hendershot.
Henderson.
Right?
That's him,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I'm
That's
pretty
what I'm
sure.
thinking of.
Yeah.
It's good. Joe
Brown.
We talked about him.
Brown.
Morrissey. He was from Steve Frost.
State Line, right?
Yeah, he was State Line.
Brian Casada.
Carne Asada. All right, let's see what we got here.
Chapel. Who's singing that?
Steve Trine.
Rolo.
Chad
Faust. My dude, Chad Faust.
Jake Pitts.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Jordan
Jay
Flesher.
Flesh.
Waterhouse.
Sean Barnes.
Sean.
No, yeah.
Is it Barnes? Sean. I don't know. He was with Bobby.
Oh, Barnes. Yeah, I thought it was Barnes.
It
Maybe
could have
it's
been.
not. I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember. Lopez Graham. This dude straight up just parted down the middle. I forget this guy. I remember him, but I don't really remember him.
And
What was
Max.
his?
Max. That's
He
Max.
tried to date my.
Security
He tried to
guard.
date my wife.
Who's at the pulpit? Oh,
Trine.
the golden voice.
Steve Schreiner.
Steve Schreiner is at the pulpit.
Steve Schreiner.
Is that Patterson?
Where?
That's Brian Patterson right there.
Yep. I got some
And that's, I bet you do. Oh, and Scott. That's Scott. Yeah. Good times. Pedophiles.
The Evans Auditorium filled with excitement as students cheer
For their chancellor, Dr. Jack Scott.
soon to be inmate number.
Oh God.
All right, so here we go. So now it looks like we're getting into
Pictures from
chapel. Oh
Ooh.
God,
We have the
Dennis
same
Worrell?
reaction to that page.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. All right, let's see who the heavy hitters are opening up.
Bruce Goddard, Rick Finley, Randy Taylor. Dude, that guy can make you feel sorry for shit you ain't never done.
I don't even remember him, so that tells you.
That's Mount Salem Revival Grounds.
Bill Burr.
Bill Burr, not the funny one.
Yeah, no. I don't know if he preached or sang more.
Sang.
He'd always
Always
break out
sing
in
it.
the song
Yeah.
and cry halfway through, and then something about Dr. Hyles.
It's true. Read some captions. Okay.
This guy's batshit crazy. He got off on numerology, and
Dean,
church,
yeah,
and
no,
the
Dean-
Church of Satan.
Dean, so I really think there's some guys that either
He won't be back. They don't have him back anymore.
They either fucked with shrooms back in the day, or they still are. That's how when they speak, it's like, okay, the screws are, a lot of them are loose.
Yeah, dude.
What I was gonna say about Faith Baptist is you guys had, like, I gotta give it to you, you kids kids like my same age, older than me. If you worked in, like, coming up with captions for all these fucking pictures, props, man. There's I come up with captions for social media every day. I could not do this shit.
Yeah.
There's no fucking way.
They got me. They got us in
Johnny.
there. Good old Belleville, Michigan, representing.
Oh, I hated that guy for the longest time. He dated April, and then he married her. I don't hate him now.
Dude, this is just the most awkward.
Man, yeah, I remember.
Missions,
do you remember this
dude.
kid? This kid was weird as
Yeah, dude. The
fuck.
mission,
Not that I wasn't.
Missions was always awkward. It's like, if you didn't make it in the bus ministry, you went to chapels. If you didn't make it in chapels, you went to missions. You went to missions. If you didn't really care, then you were Rusa.
Yeah, Rusa. Yeah, or Stuart Mason's route.
Stuart Mason's route
at the end.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, dude. This is brutal. Missions was always
Cassie,
awkward.
there's Cassie singing and Joe Brown.
What was the
So
song they sang
I
over
gotta
and
know,
over again?
like, did Faith Baptist, you have a deal with Joe Brown? Because he's on every fucking page.
Yeah.
I should be on every page. My beautiful face.
Yeah.
There's some Faith
Yep,
Baptist.
shout out there.
Word.
That guy.
Is alright? Or wasn't alright?
He
I
was.
don't
He was a
remember
Michigander.
Okay.
You
Oh
remember
yeah,
him?
John. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah,
Yeah, he was solid. He got-
cool dude.
yeah.
I feel like he got kicked out or left.
He
right
did.
away.
He got kicked
Good
out.
for him.
No.
Ah, fucking quack.
Quacks. Now we got a City Baptist kid right there.
Token.
Yeah.
Ooh, fuck her for real though. Her and her piece of shit brother.
Oh, yeah, I remember them. It's terrible.
I know you guys would die to look.
Her
at
sister.
Again, I'm so sure. Ooh,
The story.
okay.
The story I told.
Oh, okay. Okay, hang on. Let me see,
Her
let me see,
sister.
let me see. Oh shit!
Yeah.
For real?
Yeah. That was the one.
Dude.
That was the one that wanted me to ask her out.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
That John's a heavy hitter. I don't even know this shit. Fuck.
Well, my first date. I don't want to say her name.
Nah, you better not.
It was his sister.
Oh shit!
she was a
yeah.
senior.
Oh yeah, dude. She's.
And
I remember that.
yeah.
I remember seeing you with her and being like, "Fuck that guy." I remember well.
This is the face like Friday caption. Look at those moves.
That's exactly what
That's like he's like staring right
That's
at her.
100%.
And she's like,
right next to the. Did they date? I feel like they dated.
Yeah, they
That's
did.
the match made in heaven for the Golden Boys. For
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah. For
Yeah.
sure they did.
Had to have.
Yeah.
Oh.
No.
Do you remember who dated her?
Yes.
Yeah, the one that wrote.
Yeah, the one that wrote.
Oh.
I remember.
Oh my God.
Brothers.
He just preached there. I just unfriended him because I saw that he preached there.
Who's that?
Frosty.
Oh.
Yeah, dude.
Sorry,
Fuck
bud.
him.
Sorry, bud.
Don't preach. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit.
What?
Both of them came out.
Yeah. Oh.
It's ironic. Yeah, both.
Oh,
Yes,
that
that's
makes
who
so
I was
much
talking about.
more sense. That makes so much more sense.
Hey, I want to say something really quick. I'm super happy, and if it means anything, I'm proud as fuck of every person that, whether you grew up in this shit or some shit like it where you were sheltered and your feelings were pushed down and you were taught that you don't matter and you were taught that your sexuality had to be one certain way your whole life. For you that have come out of that and have embraced your sexuality as being something different from the traditional whatever it is that they define, good for you. I'm super happy for you. And I make jokes here and there, but really,
Yeah.
in the bottom of my heart, some of my best friends are people that have come out since then. Just accepting, kind, generous, gracious, beautiful people.
I love you so much, guys.
Yeah,
I just gotta say that. It's because it's not just trying to backpedal at all. It's how I really feel.
Yeah,
it's really how
sure.
I feel.
Because as we go through these, we see
Where
a lot of
people
faces. Yeah, and the stories where you guys are now, and it's huge.
How would you like to have a last name like Smallwood? That would just
kind of gives it away. There's like no secrets there.
She was beautiful though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that stuck. It stopped, but it stuck. That didn't stick. Sorry, Brian.
No.
Sucks to be you. That did. So we're looking at dating pictures, and we're seeing
to see who's still together.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes.
Is that Scott? This couple.
No.
So it's got to be someone no one knows. That's why it says this couple.
Yeah.
I don't even know who that is. I recognize them. I don't think they're still
I feel
together.
like she's like making. I feel like she's paying a toll to be crossed.
The troll toll.
The troll toll. Yeah. He was weird. Tom. He was kind of a weird cat.
Yeah.
Kept to himself, but he was kind of weird.
Different.
Hey! Is that? Wait. What?
Oh, pro basketball. I thought it was John Sweet. Oh boy.
For a second. Actually, I thought it almost kind of looked like what's his name? From Pennsylvania. I'll see him.
I think they stayed together.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they did.
Yeah. Gavin!
Wait.
Jason Arnold reading his Bible.
This is Chris Droulard. This is not Chris Droulard. This is my good friend Jason Arnold. Get it right. That was not Chris Droulard.
It's awesome. And this is a picture of Gavin and Caleb, and I remember them coming in and like staging this whole thing.
Oh, that was totally
we
staged.
We had a chess set in our room. Like anyone had fucking time to play chess.
Yeah. Challenging game of chess at that.
Oh. Do you remember who dated this girl?
Dude, I don't even remember who that is. I don't.
I have an interesting story about that off air.
Yeah.
Remember this guy? This guy had me like give him a whole fucking pitch for his lawn care company a while after, and then just like threw it to the wind.
He was right. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I remember him.
Chris Droulard. All right, Chris.
Yeah, it's not Chris
That's not Chris at all.
Come on.
Churches with okay numbers.
Churches
so
with
we've got
students.
Churches. So you would have to have to like make time and take a picture with every member of your church that was also enrolled with you at Hyles-Anderson. That was I remember that. That was a big thing.
This is where we separate you by clans.
Yeah, exactly.
This is a clan
and then,
separation.
of course, the First Baptist is a fuck ton.
And then Faith Baptist up here.
Oh Jesus!
Almost as big. I want to see. Is she in here?
I don't think so.
She's not in here.
Because mine's not either.
But this is 2005.
So
they must have done this in the spring.
This was the 0405 year.
So this had to be in the spring
of 05.
So this was
our first, bro. This is our first yearbook because opening day. Remember? We wouldn't have showed up and been all, and Gavin wouldn't have been in all them pictures on opening day the second year he was there. This is from our freshman year, bro. This is the first yearbook we got.
From before.
Yes, this is the fall of 04, spring of 05. That's what you're looking at.
Gotcha.
That's why we're in here.
She's happier. She got divorced.
So she's happier.
She's happier. Weird. He's happy now.
Good, I'm
He's
glad.
chilling. Still weird. He's weird.
She's a piece of shit. I think she's okay, but I don't know.
Who? Which one? Her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's chill. She's nothing crazy.
Yeah. I barely remember that one. I think he was there for a few months.
What is that?
I can't remember his name.
John House. He's there forever.
Yeah.
All right, what other churches we got represented here? Bible Baptist Church. Dude, this guy was a beast. No. I forgot they were from the same church.
An animal.
All three of these guys.
That church put out beautiful people. What church is that? The King's Way.
Yeah, the King's Way, Douglasville. Oh, Weininger's church.
Oh yeah, Weininger. You have beautiful people out there.
Dude, that guy, Josh Smith, bro. Josh Smith put Chris. He put Chris. What's his name? The dude that we were talking about, called the 6 Pins.
Yeah.
He put him in the hospital with a
no
concussion.
Shit.
Laid him out in football, bro. That guy was a beast. Nobody wanted to play against him.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't.
That's where a lot of aggression got taken out. Is this guy missing an arm?
No, it's the plan, dude. I don't think he's missing it. Maybe
Straight looks like he's missing.
We'll have to hit up Groomy and ask him.
All right, who do we got?
Primera Iglesia Bautista El Prerara. All right, cool.
Somebody was pregnant.
Big time. Who's that? She's cute. I don't know. From Spain.
Oh, I remember. You remember him?
Oh, yeah, but I can't put a name.
I can't put a name to it. Oh, it's
Sam.
Sammy. Boy, Ben and his sister.
Yep.
All right, see, who do we got? Oh, Brent.
Yep. From Finley's church.
Yep, Finley, and that's Jessica.
Yep.
Oh, I hate you. I hate that guy. Well, not you, Brent. Jeremy Swanner.
Yeah, Gavin crashed his car, dude.
Good.
Yeah, he split it in half our freshman year.
Good. I do not like that guy. That guy turned us in for so much crap.
Did he really?
Yeah, he was the one.
What a
He was the one that
fuckface.
turned us in for saying that we had a bunch of. He's the one who started the rumors about our room.
Oh, for real?
He was directly below us. Yeah,
What a
that was the guy.
asshole. This guy's the realist right here. Jeff Jacobs. I don't think you'll ever see this. You're a good man. I like Jeff.
He was always, yeah, dude.
He was the guy I went to for my LimeWire downloads.
He was a solid character.
Hell yeah.
Hard worker too. Where were these
Yes,
from?
he was.
New Jersey.
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
Damn, more churches with students?
Bro.
Oh, Tawny, kill me now.
Another Iglesia.
It hurts. It hurts.
Awkward.
My eyes. Dude. Is that TJ?
Yeah.
TJ!
Yeah, he's still singing.
Yeah, he is. We talked about that a while ago.
Oh, here we go.
Wow.
Here we go. Weirdo.
Yeah, big time.
Got kicked out. Super weird.
Yes.
And even weirder.
Yeah, super weird, dude.
Good old mom.
Not weird.
I don't know who that is.
I think Smiley. Yeah.
Yes, I knew they were from Tennessee. I had this conversation with somebody.
Oh, okay.
I knew she was from Tennessee originally.
Okay.
Yeah, and she's actually originally from my church.
No shit.
The Biters, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about. Brothers and
Oh,
sisters.
brothers. How were we not in here?
Yeah, Belleville should have been there. You had a decent group.
Did we?
Didn't you have...
Maybe we didn't.
I mean, just put Todd in the picture. They want it.
Yeah, I think who came from our church?
It's you,
I think
John,
it was me
Todd. That's it?
me,
Was
John.
John there?
Yeah, John
John
would
had
have
to
been
been
there. I would have been
no
there.
girls?
No, we had girls.
Yeah.
Maybe not in that group.
Was Debbie from here? No, she's out there now, I think.
His sister's there. Anyway, it's not important.
Yeah. All right, whatever.
Yeah, screw you guys.
She looks so much like Jessica Finley because of the hair.
No,
I was
these
like,
are.
how is she in
Oh,
there
we're still
twice?
churches.
Yeah,
Okay,
churches.
okay.
Brothers and sisters. The Shocks. I like them. I went to junior high with them.
He's a good guy.
Yes, he is.
I like
Levi.
Levi Johnson.
Oh yeah, John and
you
Robin.
got my vote. There, yeah.
Oh, there's 3 Papalis. That's right. Oh,
Yeah.
that's why I knew.
Yeah,
I
we
can't
knew
think of his
him.
name. Yeah, I did know him. Yeah. Okay.
Chris.
Okay. Yeah.
All right, let's see. Hey.
Yeah, I love John.
Yep.
John Keister.
Get old.
Love you.
Keister. All right, let's see. Some of you guys just.
Assholes. And I've said this before, but like we're shitting on people on here, obviously. Like
Yeah, it's all in good fun.
It is all in good fun, but I think that there's so much enabling that goes on because of religion. Like if you're a shitty person, I will say this, unless someone can change my mind, and I'm not here to have a fight. I'll say this until the day I die. Religion, I do not strongly believe that it makes good people better. I do strongly believe that it makes shitty people shittier or bad people worse. The PG version. G version. I just do. And so you put us all in a very controlled environment where you're just beating the shit out of us every day. If we're shitty to begin with, we're just gonna get shittier. That's just what it is.
Yeah.
And so like we look at the fuck you, fuck him, and I'm saying it right along with you, and I'm not saying it's you. I'm saying it's both of us. But when you think about the situation we were in, yeah, there were times when I was definitely a shithead too. There's definitely plenty of people. I remember. It wasn't me. This is a funny Gavin story. I told Gavin, I said, I have to have you on the podcast. He's like, dude, just tell this. Like, they're all going to be the same stories. You were with me for all the things that happened.
Yeah, but it makes it funnier.
It does. But oh shit, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I lost it. Let's keep looking.
We'll get back
I
to it.
can't remember. Oh, this is what it was. I think it was our senior year or year before our senior year, maybe sophomore year even. And we're sitting in chapel, and chapel was wrapping up. And me and Gavin have been him-hawing. It wasn't our freshman year for sure. Just jabbering the whole service. And Tyler White's have been sitting in front of us. I like Tyler. He's good people, as far as I know. I haven't heard from him in a long time.
He's doing good.
Tyler, he is?
Mm-hmm.
Good. He's in Michigan, right?
He's from Michigan.
He's from Michigan.
Yeah, he's at Finley's.
Oh, that's right. So Tyler's sitting in front of us. Oh, yeah, he's definitely at Finley's. Tyler's sitting in front of us. That connection took a minute. Tyler's sitting in front of us, and me and Gavin were just talking the whole sermon. And so finally Tyler had enough. As a good freshman, he should have had enough. And it's announcements, man. No one gives a shit. It's just Ray Young. Make sure you're loyal to your food today and loyal to your bed. Like, shut up. So we're just really talking now because Ray Young's talking, so it doesn't matter anymore. So we're talking, and Tyler turns around and he's just like, guys. Like, he's really offended. And Gavin goes, hey, you're a freshman? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, okay. Turn the fuck around, man. You don't even know. You'll be here.
Bro, there's a group of people. My buddy Nate was one of them.
Uh-huh.
But
Yeah,
when they would
Nate.
like sing, or remember when people would shout like Guys would legitimately be cussing in chapel.
So I have a story about that. So my bus route always sat together in chapel. I always sat on my bus route, and we weren't quite in the middle. We weren't right down front, but we were up from the bad kids in the back, where you guys sat with your Bible slapping motherfuckers.
Yeah.
And so we sat towards the front. But I remember one day I couldn't get a seat with my bus route or whatever. I got there late, so I sat near the back. At the beginning of chapel is when everyone stands up and hollers and screams, "Amen!" And it's really a game. I listen to these chapel sermons. I totally forgot about this dynamic. It's really a game to see how long you can keep yelling till the guest speaker gets you to sit down and shut the fuck up. Like, okay, please sit down. Like, guys will actually legitimately get mad. I've heard several guys say, Mike Valdez, I remember him preaching like just a few months ago. I was listening to one that he preached, and he said, "Guys, I don't have much time. Like, sit down because I have things to say to you, and you won't shut the fuck up." He didn't say fuck, but he thought it. And so like they legitimately get mad because we would just, "Oh, amen, hallelujah," and we'd all be standing and just shouting out things like amen, hallelujah, praise God, all that. However, there's a special group of individuals, mostly tour members, that would sit near the back. And one day during,
Comstock.
Yeah, big time Comstock. So I would sit towards. I sat towards the back one day, and as I arise from my seat with my Bible lifted high, and I'm praising the man of God, worshiping really the man of God. Hallelujah, amen. I hear behind me, "Fuck, shit, goddamn."
Legit, like this is true.
I was not. No, it's a thing, and I was just like, "Oh my God!" Like that's the exact opposite of what we're supposed to be saying. I was just, the look on my face right now is exactly the look that you could have painted me that day. I was tripping balls. I was like, "This is the opposite of what we're supposed to be doing." I want to read that caption. It's a picture of Jack Scott with a shit ton of cards. The staff and faculty members line up in the administrator's hallway to give birthday cards to Dr. Scott and to wish him happy birthday.
Yeah, you're right. This is from our first year because it's October 1st, 2004.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, he's getting happy.
People lined up to worship him. It's his birthday. You know his address. You know where his 3 different offices are. Slide the birthday card under. No. We are organizing you to meet Jack Scott in the hallway so he can run through a gauntlet of people wishing him happy birthday and giving him birthday cards. No. Fuck that.
Yeah, and
that's crazy
here's
shit.
Here's another one. Here's a tribute to Dr. Hyles, September 25th.
Did we talk about this?
No, I don't think many people... Is it still there?
So, what's it called? Isn't it Miller Road Baptist Church?
Grange Hall.
Grange Hall. Same shit, different day. They paid... had to be exorbitant amount of money.
It had to be.
I'm developing a cold sore. For this is it's the very first church, right?
As far as
so here's an example, a great example of man worship. The first church that Jack Hyles pastored was in somewhere in Texas. They paid after his passing or before?
Oh, it was after. Yeah, because it was while we were there.
They paid buku bucks and it's not anything amazing.
No, it's terrible.
It's a shitty ass church. A little church building.
Country.
They paid buku bucks to take it down. Hang on. I'm thinking of something. How much you want to bet that's not even it? How much you want to bet they tore it down and it was cheaper than having it hauled all the way across the country to just rebuild a replica? They had tons of construction workers, dude.
Yeah, I would.
But
the inside of it was old as fuck, dude.
It was old as fuck. Okay.
Like the flooring and the benches and stuff, unless they found the old wood, like it legitimately smelled old.
At any rate, they paid to have it, the story goes, to have it torn down in Texas and shipped from Texas to Northwest Indiana, and not only did they put it back up, they literally made it a shrine to the man.
Yeah,
it's filled with memorabilia from his 82nd Airborne days and filled with all kinds of crazy shit. And it's just probably hankies, dude. Isn't there hankies? I feel like there's a suit in there.
I'm pretty sure like some of those
stuff
things
that
have
he
tuberculosis
wore,
on them.
Bibles that he used.
Yeah.
Don't fucking tell me there's no man worship. That's absolute bullshit.
That's a straight shrine.
That's an absolute shrine to the man.
Yeah.
And I'd be surprised if it's gone. I'd be very surprised.
I just don't. Yeah, probably not. You probably find it on Google Maps. It'll be over there, right across from the.
Yeah. I don't think they'll like. I'm sure they won't like Google Maps on the campus, but you might be able to see it from the road.
An aerial view.
Yes.
You can do an aerial view for sure.
Russell Anderson. Oh, what the fuck. There's another car? Let's see. Is there a car behind him? Yep. There's Jaguars right behind him. Can't miss it.
No, well, it had to be parked up front so they can get away quickly. We have the sword walking
the
on it.
Bibles?
The Bible swords.
Oh my
See if I can see one of our Bibles.
They would, what's the word I'm looking for? They would set so many things up. That's not the right word.
Stage.
So many things with us college students to make us look like we're having a great time and we worship these men and they're just the shit, like, Happy Thanksgiving, 'tis the season. I think they stayed together, I feel like.
Did they?
And if he didn't stay with her, he wishes to God he had.
Oh.
Yeah.
Who is that?
I don't know, but
Be
she's...
careful.
I know.
You're in trouble.
I don't know.
No, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. All right. let me
We're all
see.
whispering over here. I always liked this cat. I don't know about him, but I always liked him. He always seemed
He
like
was
a real
he
dude.
was more genuine.
Yes.
There was really
there was
nothing
a few of
fake.
them. Yep. Yeah.
Like there was like some people, they were in it. They weren't like over the top. They
Yeah.
weren't whatever. They genuinely cared about
They
people.
put in the work.
So that's why like we don't like, there are individuals in here that
Mhm.
it's like they were like legitimate, like just good people.
Yep.
Like
Caught up in a shitty system, but you're still a good person.
yeah, like they were
And
decent
it shows.
people. Yeah.
What is that? Cindy? Oh no, that looks so much like
I
Cindy
thought it was
Scott,
too.
right? It's the hair, dude.
Yep. Oh, good old Liberty Square. Nice.
I got
Many pieces of breakfast pizza stolen from that
the breakfast pizza. That shit was. Look, for all the shit I'll talk on Hyles-Anderson, that was some good ass breakfast
place.
pizza.
That was some good
I'll give you that
free
right now.
breakfast pizza.
There you go. There's my freshman GF.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I'm trying to think.
Who is that? She looks super pissed at me. in this
Yeah.
picture.
Wow. Is that like
You
a lab?
remember?
Is this a
Well,
lab?
did you have Cults and Heresies with Ruck with me?
I don't think
So
so.
she would. This is not good to say. She would sit right in front of me, and she was a beautiful woman. And we sat in folding chairs, and so when you sit in a folding chair, there's a part of you that kind of
Squeezes out the back.
Out the back. I would never touch it. When she would sit down, I'd be sitting there with Todd. I'd be like, bloop. And so like that became a thing. Like for if I did that, if I called Todd right now, I was like, bloop. He'd know exactly what I was
Immediately,
talking
and
about.
don't pretend you wouldn't, Todd.
I was sitting in that class with Dustin Moore. I'll say it. It's whatever. I like Dustin. I was sitting in that class with Dustin Moore, and Doug yelled at us because we were just fucking around, man. In the back, Cults and Heresies. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah, which is ironic.
Because we were
Like,
a cult.
shouldn't we be
That was
learning?
the name
Like,
of it.
everything
Let's learn
there
about
was
us.
cult and heresies.
Exactly. Doug was teaching, and literally his curriculum was like pamphlets that JWs would leave on his door, dude. That's what the curriculum was.
That's awesome.
I'm not shitting you.
That's amazing.
So he was teaching, and Dustin yelled at us like, guys, I need you to quiet down back there. And if you remember, I know Jack Hyles and Donnelly, but definitely others with, like, hi,
I wasn't. Why?
So he yells at us, and he's like, Doug was like, guys, I need you to be quiet back there. And Dustin's like, why?
I love Dustin, dude. I love that guy.
Doug couldn't even keep a straight face. It was awesome.
That was great.
I'll tell you, hi.
Yep. That's our boys.
Yeah, man, that's his girl.
She's super cool.
Yeah, I'm happy for them.
Yeah, they're both really cool. Gosh, these are just people with DeCoster Dining Hall.
I don't even want to see it.
Jack DeCoster.
Yeah, the Chicken Man.
The Chicken Man, he got caught up in some crazy shit.
Did he really?
I think so. Like, it
Wouldn't
was
be
businesses,
surprised.
something. Highlander Athletics.
So for anyone that was far too in unison. For anyone that doesn't know, we only did intramural sports, which screams cult.
Yeah.
Why can't we play other teams from other? No. We play each other and have cool names like the Highlanders. What the fuck, man? Stupid. Just stupid.
That's that Josh Smith guy that was
Dude,
a beast.
he's an
He
animal,
just got down
dude.
straight laying this guy out.
that
guy was on his team. That guy was brutal.
Defense.
Graham.
No.
Graham.
Yeah, Johnny.
Pat Cook's in there. Pat Cook of the Packers making a beautiful interception during the Rose Bowl.
I bet it
or
was
during the
beautiful.
Super Bowl game.
It was
against
Pat
the Dolphins.
Cook, and Pat was writing the caption. I'm sure it was beautiful.
Yeah. Good extension there, Pat. Way to go, bud.
That shit counts. Counts so much.
Oh, here we go. Basketball, Brett.
Basketball, by the way, very, very fun to talk about that for me. Did he get 23? Oh, not 21.
Oh.
Don't give Bulls 23. Oh, Matt. I love you, Matt Cuzzy.
Yep.
Wherever you
One
are.
of the good guys, man.
Hell yeah. So,
I hate that guy.
that's so it's funny. Oh, what? I have a note from Matt Guzzi. I'm going to cry right now. Matt's
I didn't even see that.
Matt's no longer with us. Matt passed away. I want to say it was cancer years ago.
Yeah, he passed away in...
Oh, no. I got to read what he wrote, but it's fucked, dude.
Go for it, bro. He's in a better place.
Matt wrote, I really am crying, and not just from happy tears. Matt writes, "You've been a good shower buddy." In parentheses, "I got your back, Matt Guzzi."
Yeah.
The funny thing I want to talk about with basketball was you weren't allowed to wear shorts anytime, anywhere, ever, at all. And I think we talked about this in the last podcast.
Yeah.
But you were when you were playing basketball in front of a shit ton of people. Just what?
Yeah, it
what?
just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make
To
any
and
sense.
from. No, yeah, I was interning for Ken when he passed away.
Yeah.
I had to help out with that actually. It was kind of awkward,
dude,
but yeah, I
I'm
remember
sorry.
that.
That's crazy.
That was a rough time. That was Higgins' buddy.
Yep. Yeah, dude. Matt was a baller too. Matt and Higgins could ball.
Those
dude.
guys were legit.
Those
Like,
guys were dangerous.
Yeah, Matt had some
handles,
handles,
dude.
Oh, looks like there's
Handles.
another note on this side. Let's see. Well, what do we got here? Oh, we got the crew.
Oh, Bobby!
I forgot.
We're looking at Valentine's banquet now, dude. I'm in this one, and April's face is half cut off, but I look happy as fuck.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, I got it with the
You
Faith
made it in
crew.
because you went with the Faith. Yeah,
I
that's
wouldn't
the
have got
only
in there.
reason you made
If
that.
I had taken anyone that wasn't Faith, I wouldn't have got in the
Who
picture.
did I even go to the first
I
Valentine's
bet
banquet?
you did, dude. I know you did.
No, who would
You're
I
a
have
player,
taken?
bro.
My
Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, I forgot about that too.
Kevin, Dave.
Oh shit.
Oh, dude, I'm
So
loving
forgot
this
about
so much
And
right
now
now.
they live down the road from each other.
Yes, I totally forgot this was a thing.
Oh,
Some of you guys that used to go on dates,
Oh,
you know
my
what? You're with
God.
other spouses now,
Oh my
but
God. Yeah. Okay, so let's see who's. Nope. No. What? Why could? Okay, so Caleb and his sister. Why am I blanking all of a sudden right now? I think
so
it was
am I.
his name. Huh?
So am I. Why are we doing that? Pat, Carrie.
Yeah, that's I had to
That's
that
it, Pat
same
Carrie,
thing
yeah,
because
you-
they were together. So, nope. Yep. I don't know.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, well, yeah, from birth.
And no.
Nope. So about 50-50. Good work, Faith Baptist. I want to read what Bob wrote. Okay. Oh, shit!
It was fun while it lasted.
So Bob wrote on his note, because he's not with the person. It says it was fun while it lasted.
That is phenomenal.
That's awesome. Oh my God, that made my
Man.
day.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah.
I've had this yearbook laying around and I've flipped through it here and there, but I haven't read the notes in
Dude.
years.
Who was it? Was it that one? I feel like one year we rented a limo.
Wasn't me. I didn't go with you.
Me and Bob.
Bob, though. You and
Would
Bob.
Bob? Does Bob watch this? Would Bob watch this? He
I don't
probably
know.
wouldn't go
I don't
because this is
think
a
so.
lot. This is gonna be a
Yeah,
long one.
this is long. But I remember
I think now
you
we're
guys
just talking for our sakes right now.
Yeah,
So if you guys are still on this, props.
Thank you.
Like, you're troopers.
I'm grateful.
You're troopers.
No, they're gonna watch it. They watched the last. They ate up the last Jon Warden one.
But this is like, but hey,
This
just keep
is
in mind,
alright.
we've dealt with worse.
Oh fuck yeah!
We've
dude.
dealt with worse. We sat through sermons that were longer and less entertaining than this.
Far
one.
less.
And
Far
had to
less.
give them money for
No
it. So
laughs.
you're welcome. This is free.
All right, let's see if there's another page of.
There's not, unfortunately.
Damn.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Oh, who's Keena playing alongside? Who was in that play?
Brown.
Oh, Joe Brown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the match made in heaven right there.
Yeah,
That
did
never
they?
happened.
All right, let's see.
Okay, these guys
Highlander
are
wise.
Oh, Highlander wise. Jesus Christ.
Spiritual makeover. They
Extreme,
just
extreme spiritual
I didn't see that.
makeover.
It's more like they needed like physical makeover. like just straight up legit.
Just go Kardashian on your
Belinda
ass.
Gale, Nadina Women leads a congregation in exciting song. It looks like they're doing.
I'm the little teapot. It's 100% what that is, dude.
Yeah.
It's not.
And
but,
nobody's
like,
enjoying that
No,
moment at
none
all.
of the
It's
two
super
members.
awkward.
Two members are like, I'm not getting paid for this shit. Well, who's jerking off Dan there? Jesus.
I don't know.
That's the face I see.
That's the something.
Oh,
Vinegar
Frida,
strokes.
Frida, babe. Vinegar strokes. What the fuck is JoJo dressed as? Mary had a little lamb dressed up like a baby. What the actual fuck? This woman is leading a conference dressed up as a baby with a fucking pacifier. Dressed up as like a baby, Mrs. Blah, 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 blah. College faculty taught on soul winning how to start the beginning baby stage.
This is terrible.
What does that even mean
This
right
is
now?
terrible.
What the fuck?
Pastor
Trey!
school.
Trey! Is that Trey? That's Trey!
Who's the baller now, Trey?
Trey Thomas, my man.
Here you go, buddy. Here you go. Rocking that vest. Looking good.
Killing it.
Ah.
That's awesome. What does it say?
Let's see, college
Man. It doesn't say your name, Trey. It says College Man.
But we know who you are.
Like local area man on
Yeah.
an Onion article.
Yeah, the local area, man. Garbage man number 3. You got the anonymous
Man,
shout out,
no
bro.
fucks about you, dude. I'm sorry.
You got to represent all of the college men, bro.
That's a big deal right there.
Each year,
Oh, God,
blah, 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 blah.
hilarious.
Better build their churches and ministry while seeing firsthand
pastor school.
what this mega church, what makes this mega church tick. It's called embezzlement and sleeping with younger women. And underage
well
and taking them across
It was
the line.
good while it
It
lasted.
was good while it Bob just foretold the future on that one.
Oh, shit.
Pastor School has grown to be the largest gathering of largest gathering of independent fundamental Baptists in the world. Over 7,000 people attend each year. But we're not a cult. We don't gather together, and we're all separate. Of course, when I say we, I mean you. That's terrible. Okay.
Hey. Oh. Little did he know. Oh, there's the faith.
Barking up the wrong tree.
Aaron Lenning, I love you.
Aaron.
I forgot she was from there.
Yeah. Kind of the sidestep. Rick Horn.
Let's read this. So there's an altar call. Almost 500 men and women surrendered to go to the mission field during the Thursday evening invitation. I wonder how many of y'all kept that.
You never went. You never went.
And good for you, by the way.
Seriously. See, but this is this is how you judge if you were good at what you did.
Sitting, you're still exactly.
If you were a good preacher, you
fill the altar.
You filled the altar.
Yep, absolutely. Jack Scott did every time.
But I'm pretty sure like some of these people were like they surrendered to be a pastor's wife. Is that a calling? What?
Women. That's
what?
Oh, fuck that guy.
Now we're into people taking it to the next level. Pastor School Mega Conference continued. Yeah. Dude, this is asinine. Look how full this is, bro. Mezzanine's packed. Thousands. Over 7,000 easily, dude. Easily over 7,000. Now, youth conference.
Youth conference, where you're going to be indoctrinated big time. What is going on here? She is asleep at the wheel.
Yeah, and she has no idea what's going on.
She's stoned.
So youth conference was the same thing as pastor school, just for younger, like geared towards youth.
Yeah, geared towards
youth.
But
a lot of us went to pastor school anyways.
Yeah, we went to both.
That's
our money.
Yeah, well, that's how a lot of us met. We went to the same conferences.
Same for me and you. We went to camp too, but
not
conferences mostly. Oh my God. Okay. What sermon is this? Is that America? Jack Scott would did he preach a whole sermon in sackcloth? The dude preached a sermon in sackcloth.
And just played abortion videos.
Like, yeah, what a fucking weirdo, dude.
1,194 surrendered to full-time Christian service.
You surrendered to fuck up your life.
Because it's like you have to surrender to do that.
Yeah, exactly.
What is this?
Summer Tour
2004.
I wasn't on this one. There's Papali.
I forgot Donnelly was a
oh my God.
What's up with this in the background? This deer? What is that?
Dude, can you imagine being on Donnelly's tour group? You know he's a hard ass, dude. You know that would have sucked.
I forgot she went.
Dude, who?
She was cool.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Yeah, that's her. That's her right there.
And right here.
Boom.
Double up. And right there. That's like all they liked.
Yeah. That's oh man.
Oh, that's why.
Sons of prophets.
Sons of prophets. Bunch of SOPs.
SOPs. You know it.
Matching. This is painful to look at, guys.
Matching shit is bad.
Matching, and they were terrible.
Yeah, it was bad.
Is that Dave?
Yeah, that's Dave because he's over here too. Tall ass motherfucker.
You can see it. Notice I'm not in there.
Oh yeah, you didn't make it.
I was like the black sheep.
Oh, that's not at your church. Is that at your? That's not at your church. No, that's just them with a couple.
Yeah, it is.
Oh no, it is because that's John.
Senior. Yeah, senior. So they were
church.
similar. It could have been someone at like a different.
Fuck
at a different church, yeah.
Gotta wear their orange.
Yeah.
Dude! So he's, because it's Tennessee bullshit, he's wearing orange, but he got the girls, he only ever takes girls. He got them wearing, it makes sense, ask my mom. He got them to wear orange too. Oh, I need to talk to her. Mary was on his tour group. All right, I'm hitting you up, Mary.
Write that down.
I got questions. All right, Josh, what the fuck are you
We're having a little too much fun. Say cheese.
So these are like candid pictures that are just...
I think I'm in here for eating I think I have a giant piece of pizza in my mouth.
Let's see it. Let's see your mouth filled, John. Let's see that.
I don't know.
No, not in this one.
It's somewhere in here. I'm in here somewhere.
All right. Well, we're on the lookout for that now. Oh, the man worship, dude. It's just fucking crazy. Just seeing people like...
Now it's just a big section for First Baptist Church. A big plug.
Yeah.
Butt plug. Yep.
I took her to the Super Bowl. Not the real Super Bowl.
The Super Bowl?
No, I took her to the Highlander Super Bowl or whatever, and that was it. Never talked to her again. Super cute.
Takes time to shake hands, kiss girls.
What? Amongst other things. Fuck those two, too.
Alright,
Still more First Baptist Church. Do you remember the blue usher jackets? Show them. Show them these usher jackets. They would wear, if you were an usher, I think they turned them to red eventually.
Yeah, they turned
but
the
if you're
dark
an usher,
burgundy ones.
It's just
Brown
so much,
burgundy.
so kind of a big deal. So, don't tell me that's not cultist shit.
Yeah,
and that was, these suit coats stayed at the church, and if you were picked to be an usher that night, then you went in and got a suit coat, an ill-fitting suit coat.
Yeah.
I remember that. The bus ministry! Is that you?
Nope.
Yep, that's the spanking dude. There's Gavin! Gavin's not the spanking guy. It's Gavin, and there's Dustin. And there's me, no, 80-11, that's me with my
I'm gonna show you guys. Here you guys go.
Oh,
Up close and personal.
Oh,
There he is. There's Stu.
Let's see if I can name any of those kids.
Let's
Natalie's
see.
in there for sure. Natalie. And that's it. I don't know any of them. That's it.
Now, see,
She
I
was-
wasn't in-
She was an ass. That's what
I wasn't
remember.
in Division 14 at that
You
time.
were? Not your freshman year?
I was in
You were
Division 9.
Yeah,
I was
you
with
guys
I was with Dustin.
You guys were hardcore.
It was
dude.
me and Todd,
Gavin.
Dustin, and John.
Okay.
Gavin was
Gavin-
on Hamilton's route.
Yeah, that's why
I
we
was
became
on
bus captains
Dustin's
so
route,
quick.
and then Dustin left, and then Mike went over to do 14.
We all split up. I want to see what all's on our side. Oh, it was Zoo. That's...
Is that the time you got
That's
left?
the day that I got left. This is a sign for Zoo Sunday. That's the day that
Dude,
I got left.
isn't it-
How many of you guys remember making signs?
Yeah.
The lady workers had to make signs for
Yeah.
every week.
Yeah, every
And they
week.
spent their own money on that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that, man. See if you can pick anyone out in this.
Yeah.
Willow Court. So we keep flipping, but I'm going to tell a
Clusterfuck.
Willow Court story as we flip.
This is so eerie. Like,
dude.
this is legitimately, like, eerie.
Dave Gandy.
Dave! I love Dave.
I love Dave too.
I love working with him.
I hope that I love this guy, I love that girl. Like, I hope I'm saying I love that girl. I hope these all balance out with the fuck you, fuck that guy.
Yeah, no, there's a lot of
Fuck
good,
him
there's a lot of
for
good
real.
people. But like back with what you said about religion, like some of these people
Yeah.
are just genuinely not nice people.
No.
Like
no,
they were
and
just dicks. I don't think
Yep.
you take the religion out of it, you're just a dick.
You're still a dick.
Yeah.
So
Like don't blame. I mean, yeah, religion messed a lot of people up,
Yeah.
and it still does. But
you can't blame it for being a dick.
your personality sucked. God, awkward. Let's Paula. Heavy, got some heavy hitters in there.
Heavy hitters. Chris Turner. He's out now. Good for him.
Wait, who?
Right? Oh, not Chris Turner.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it is Turner.
is it?
I can't think of his name.
No.
He hit me up the other day.
He's on here. He's on here. Chris.
Oh.
No, not Sotomore. He definitely got.
Oh yeah. He's
Norris.
Chris Norris.
Turner was the.
Yeah. My bad.
Yeah, that was the
no,
other guy.
Chris Norris. I liked Chris. Chris was good people.
Yeah.
He's sharp dude. Anyways, at Willow Court. So one Sunday, I'm walking down Willow Court. And, Yeah, one Sunday I'm walking down Willow Court. You can keep flipping. Do your thing.
Okay.
I was walking down Willow Court and Sailor Ministry. Now that was something to talk about. Those guys got to do all kinds of fun shit.
Yeah.
I was walking down Willow Court and I saw a chick fight, and this was on a big day, so there was a bunch of people gathered around, and these girls were beating the shit out of each other. Like they were chola. They were cholas for real, dude. Like they weren't fucking around. And those were sisters, right? Yeah. Mount is their last name. Okay. So just too much.
That could have run very differently.
The Golden Voice. Chad Faust, were you in a tour group?
Yeah, he was the bass.
You were the bass for Shrine's tour group? What? I don't remember that. Oh, there's my date for were they no, they weren't. No. Anyways, there's my date for Harvest.
She had a brother there.
Yeah. Keith. I like Keith.
Yeah.
Yep. So this was my date for one of the Harvest things, and I remember a similar thing where like she's an upperclassman. I got to go out with her. I was super stoked on it. She was so nice, but like, yeah, it was only like a one time. Yeah, like he ever read his Bible? Fuck you. I remember seeing that picture being taken.
Yeah.
Wow, she like lost weight.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Good
Well,
for her.
now we're just going straight through.
We'll flip through these. Oh, good lord! What?
Freshman, by the way.
What's going on? What's happening right now? Anyways, I'm walking down Willow Court. These girls beating the shit out of each other. I try to break them up. I am not qualified for that. I'm a freshman. Yeah, no, I was definitely a freshman because Jose was there.
So I'm walking down, I see that, I'm like, shit, like I try to break it up, can't do it. So I'm asking all these bus workers, like guys in their like 30s, and they're all just like, no, I can't help you. I'm like, there's a fucking fight, and the only reason I knew there was a fight was because there was a bunch of people gathered around it, and so I broke through the crowd and could see that it was not, Jesus ministering to people, it was people beating the shit out of each other. And so I found my buddy Jose, I'll say his name on here, Jose Solis, good guy, we still talk consistently, I love Jose. And I was like, dude, what are we going to do? Like, there's a fucking fight. So we ran back down to find him, and he actually helped me. And I was surprised because no one else wanted to help. I don't blame him. We ran back down there, and I'm trying to break him up. We're each pulling on a girl, we're trying to break him up. And, by the way, this should not have happened in the first place. Like, these people just we shouldn't have brought them.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to break him up, can't break him up. So finally we get them apart, but they keep, if people, not they're like, come at me, bro. Like, they're really fighting.
They're
like,
swinging.
Trying to keep them, stay away from each other is just nearly impossible. So Jose just slams his on the ground and is like, just like, boom. And I was like, oh, shit. And I'm trying to keep mine at bay, and I just can't. And he's like, dude, you have to knock her down. And I was like, this is a bus kid. Like, I can't knock her down. And he's like, you gotta knock her down. So I sat her ass right down on the pavement, and that was it. We were getting there without fighting, dude. Oh my God, I'll never forget. But that's so bizarre. That happened at church.
No,
what the
crazy.
hell?
Incest.
Oh, big time. Why do you think? Yeah. Why do you think they look like that?
Super weirdo.
Yeah. Oh,
all right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Front of the mill.
Nope.
Good times. That's a good guy. Did my taxes last year.
Yeah. Yep, I liked him. He was a good guy.
Love John Bannister.
Let me see here. Nope. Quickly perusing. Nope.
Is that another Benowitz?
Yeah, it's Seth.
Dude, I totally forgot that there's Seth Benowitz was a person.
Yeah, dude, he preceded.
Forgot about him.
He preceded.
I liked him better.
That guy was rough.
I don't remember that guy. Oh, we fucked that guy.
I think they were cousins. They weren't.
They were related
They
somehow.
weren't brothers, but I think
Yeah.
they were cousins. That guy was weird.
Yeah.
That guy was really
We're
weird.
gonna have to speed it up for this.
Yeah,
This is
sorry.
No, you're good. I want to just look at these. She's in like every picture with good reason.
Yeah.
But she's in so many pictures.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she was just right here.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Who's it? Oh, there you go.
John. Yeah.
Oh, Chet. Chet. You seen him?
Yep.
Dude, I gained weight, but shit.
Yeah. I'm gonna start speeding through these. I know
You're
it's
good.
time.
You're good. Yeah.
So some people I can.
I tried. I asked. I feel like I took her on a date or asked her on a date. I'm pretty sure she turned me down.
Trying to see.
Rightfully so.
Yeah. Speeding through. Frost.
Frosty. Still hate you. Kyle's alright.
He's the I can't.
Oh, really?
The game room.
Oh, shit. My man.
I probably won't admit it.
That's awesome. You might now.
He might
actually.
now, maybe.
I'll snap him after this is over. Why do I? Well, it's
Who's
just
that?
the girls. I
Why
can't.
does that look familiar?
It does. Huh?
Grimaldi.
Oh yeah. I feel like
He's
died.
Weird. This guy was weird. How?
Did he die?
I don't know.
Why do I feel like he died? No.
I love this guy, Josh Groom.
Groomy
I
dude,
love
like
Josh.
just a good,
wholesome,
dude,
hearted
yes.
guy, dude. I love that guy. He's my roommate.
Castrating steers.
Yep. Levi, good guy.
Yes.
Johnson, John. Oh, here we go.
There you go.
Mark's
Valentine.
Right. I love you always as much as I love Jesus.
As I love Jesus. All right, Mark. That sounds about right.
Sounds a tad excessive.
Yeah.
But yeah. We'll chalk it up to the ministry. All right. Let's see. All right. Dude, all these people do just memories and stories.
So much, dude. Barlock's in a lot of pictures, dude. Okay. Oh yeah. Sean McKinney. Sean McKinney is who we're trying to think of.
Yeah.
Yes, I am black, stupid. I am on tour until they lynch me or kick me out. What the fuck?
Dude, he was convinced that people were racist. There weren't a lot of black people in our school.
No, but that was the thing in Hyles-Anderson. There's not a lot of black people because it's the Midwest and people are racist as fuck. I'm not saying it's okay, but it is that.
Definitely not okay.
And so Sean even writes, yes, I am black, stupid, STEW -PID.
They're not related.
Damn.
No. She was a missionary's daughter.
Yeah, different. Yeah, Rick Martin's daughter.
Yeah, there's a joke that starts with the missionary's daughter and the farmer's daughter.
Yeah, it's true.
Let me see. She's our best shot.
Oh, yep. For sure.
God, what was up with the comb straight down look? Gosh,
no,
what was
dude.
terrible. That guy. Odegaard.
Something else, dude.
Oh, he left. He's done.
Yeah, no.
My buddy Nate
pack.
Morrison.
Yeah, Nate. Look, even in the picture, he looks disheveled. He doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, he did not want to be there.
How did he get away with that? His tie's loose. You can't do that.
That's Nate,
Not
bro.
in the
He
picture.
got Jesus shaved in the back of his head that
Did
one time.
he really?
Yeah, Josh Bryant shaved it in the back of his head. Got Dave Parton, Bobby.
Oh my God,
This
dude.
guy, was he from our church?
I don't know.
Yes, he was. With Probursky, yeah, Elizabeth, yeah.
Wow, Bobby looks. Bobby doesn't. Bobby ages well, but good lord, he looks super young there. Looks like a child.
Mm-hmm.
I took her to Christmas lights my freshman year.
Oof.
It was so bad, dude. She was like.
I forgot.
She was like.
Is there a story behind that?
There's so many stories. Dude, it was so bad. Christmas lights is like, that's when people get it on. Man.
Oh, yeah,
like
bro.
that's when shit happens. That's when you get hand jobs on the bus and shit. But yes, yeah. I took this girl to Christmas lights, and the whole night her nose was running. Oh no!
You made it.
Show it in a minute. Hang on, gotta finish this story.
All right.
Who we're gonna show you is not who I took to Christmas lights, so I'm not talking shit on her. I took her nose was running, and all she did was wiping out her coat. And at the end of the night, it just
Krusty? No.
Oh, my face hurts.
Oh no.
And then, I'm not drugged. Alcohol wore off a long time ago. And then, do you remember the cards? It was a big deal. When a guy took you on a date, you had to give him a card.
Yes.
Even if you've been dating for years.
Yeah.
You had to put a bunch of work. That's fucked up, by the way. You had to put a bunch of work into making this elaborate scrapbooking card for him.
Yeah.
The one she gave me was written in crayon.
No, it wasn't.
I wish to God I had saved that.
Oh my goodness.
Because all my boys were like iffy about me taking her in the first place because really she does have a screw loose. And so when I got back the next day I got the card, they're like, we fucking told you, man.
We don't. Because yeah, you could tell how good it was by the card.
Yeah, exactly.
If there was a lot of time put into it and she was digging you,
She's
it
trying
was
to
an
get another
elaborate
date.
pop-up
Yeah, for
card.
sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All right, so show me.
Hang on a second. You remember her?
Is that Rogers?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah,
She ruined many a man's ministry.
Yeah, I wish she'd ruined mine.
She took some people out of the ministry.
So this is me and someone that I dated my freshman year, and that is Gavin's tie.
That is,
Stuart. Yeah, but again, the reason I got even in here.
Yeah, oh,
is
for
because
sure.
she's from Faith.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that.
Opportunity to get to know each other better by attending mini classes. Yeah, you know why? Because our last names were about the same.
Yeah.
That's how we got to know each other better.
I forgot that used to be.
Oh, shit! Yes, I completely
forgot about that.
He's
Man,
just having a
he's
good
like,
time.
hey.
Hey, this ain't gonna last. We're still in freshmen? Oh, shit.
Oh, yeah, bro. This
Well,
was
freshman
this
was
was one of
always
the bigger
huge.
classes, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I would to God. That would have been nice. Is that what I think it is? No, it's not. Oh, yeah, I don't know who that is.
Oh, Ruth. Yeah.
I don't know.
She was D9.
D9. Oh, my God.
Is that
John?
Sue? That is!
That's John Sue. Remember when John Sue had all that hair? Holy shit, John. Wow. Not that he's bald. He's not. He just shaved it all off.
Yeah. I forgot.
John's
Oh, there's the him.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's the guy.
The mangina.
Oh, jeez.
Settlemire.
Oh,
Hey, pedophile.
damn.
John Warden.
Yeah.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You look like an actor or something there. Like there's someone you look like. Who do you,
I
who do you
heard
get?
people that I said when I was in high school, I said I looked like Josh Hartnett.
This looks like Matt Damon. It's your hair. You look like Matt Damon.
I'll take that.
Not, yeah, I mean, I'm not
gonna get mad at that.
Todd.
Tad.
That looks like a dork.
Oh.
Yeah, I wish I had. Yep.
We always sat next to each other because we were at war.
Oh yeah, exactly. You always ended up going out with someone that you sat next to alphabetically.
But somehow we always sat next to each other too.
Really?
Yeah, because
Martin?
no, Wilson.
Oh, I don't know why I thought.
We're not Wilson Williams.
Yeah, Williams.
Ha!
Oh Jesus.
Woody.
Totally forgot about so many. How was he a freshman? I thought he was way ahead of us.
He got set back. He got demoted in a few years. Now we're coming down to the end of the. Because he was too. Wait.
Yeah. No, we're in
No,
sophomores.
we're not. Well, we
Yeah, but he
transitioned.
was.
Where did we transition at?
Oh, Woody. Yeah. No, but Woody's over here, right?
Yeah, he's on this page. So
Yeah.
yeah. But I thought for sure he was there before we got there. Or maybe he wasn't.
Probably was, dude. Well, he was cool with the cool kids, so that's why we just kind of assumed.
All the other kids went to porn. We have to go through this quick.
I know, dude.
I'm just trying to see if anybody
Men
jumps
in
out.
Luna.
Get it? Yep, there. Yep.
Yep, yeah, they
Yep,
are.
yep,
yeah.
yep.
Well, Dave was just solid. Like,
I
he
love
was just
Dave.
a solid dude.
I don't like him.
No, fuck that guy.
Do not like
His
that guy.
face is too nice.
Too asymmetrical.
Too asymmetrical. Fuck you and your
I
asymmetrical
don't like
face.
him either. He was a dick.
Oh, big time, dude. Fuck your soccer kicking
Is
ass.
gross, yeah.
Yeah,
You
no.
are gross.
Oh, and this is Josh Griffin, who, you know, we went to Chile, so we had gay sex.
I don't remember him.
Yeah, I don't know why you would. Only reason I really knew him was because we were on the same bus route. Like, he didn't.
Brent, man, these are all.
God, dude.
We graduated the same year as that fool, too.
I know, dude. Some long ass necks.
McConkey!
Now, did that stayed?
Yes,
That
it did.
Wow, from freshman year, because they were freshmen with us, yes?
Yes.
Well, he was. I don't know if she was.
Yes, yeah, she
That
was.
stuff, though. But
I remember when they met. I remember when they actually
oh,
met.
shit.
There was a dare. We were at pastor school one year. And or was it? You know, it had to be a youth conference. It was the youth conference.
Yeah, the youth conference.
And everybody wanted to go out there. We saw her. And Josh
wouldn't
was
you?
always ripped. And it was
Yeah.
a dare between me and him who to go talk to. And
No
he
shit.
He went the first dare, went over and talked. They started talking, and then every conference they got together. And then when they got
that's
to college,
crazy.
they started dating.
They are. They're still together. And they got like these cats. I can't remember her name.
Who did she?
Matt. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Who? I don't even know who
Andrew?
that is. Who is that?
Andrew.
Oh, Andrew. Yeah.
Tool.
Anyways, so these two, but these kids, dude, I'll show you their. Remember this. Remember Matt Thistle, and I can't remember his. I think it's Debbie or Deborah.
Mm-hmm.
But like, these kids don't age. I comment on their pictures all the time. I'm like, when are you guys gonna get old? Because I know they're older than me. They just don't. They don't fucking age. It's
Yeah.
amazing.
It's crazy.
And he commented back. He was like, I have a bald spot. I'm like, yeah, I can't see in the picture. It doesn't count."
it doesn't count. Yeah.
What was going on in this class? Miss
Kenny.
Siebenhar's special teaching methods class learns
Of how to make their own chia pets?
Oh my god. Well, actually, that's probably one of the better things.
It's
that
actually
was done.
scientific. You plant seeds and they actually grow.
What's going on in this picture? Is that McCarthy? No, it's not.
Mm.
These students walk through the halls as they head to their next class. I know, guys. You're reaching for captions.
Yeah.
Yeah, this sounds like Bert Hadley. This is a story that I'm talking about on the news right now. This is the story of what's happening right now. I'm Bert Hadley. That's exactly what these captions sound like, dude.
God, Kenny, I didn't realize you were just a year.
Dude, right?
I didn't realize he was
Wow, he's
just a
only
year
ahead
above.
of us.
Gosh.
Voice there.
All right, let's see as we go through these.
This is still no. Yes. This is. Yes, it is. It is.
Yeah.
We're friends on Facebook. By the way, when we're saying is this still or this, that's
Couples that were
together
dating in this picture that,
that
are still together.
married. Yeah.
Definitely not.
No. He'd be lucky. I don't think that he's with her in this picture. Though. I don't know what that is. How is he? Oh, no. What is?
I don't
this?
even know what that is. These are just junior
These are
jams.
just random shit.
Random pairings that definitely did not mixing oil and water.
Good dude right here. We gotta back it up.
Wait, who?
Caleb. Good dude right here. We talked
Engel,
a lot.
yeah.
Caleb's
I remember
good
him.
Hell yeah.
Dave Lott.
Did you not mean to?
No, I did. I don't care.
Fuck it. Here's what's funny. I got cut out of this picture somehow. This is my group. I was here when this was taken. This is who I sat with in church a lot. April, John, Hannah, Rebecca, Carrie. Like, that's definitely my group.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was in faith.
Jeez. Nope.
I don't know what I was thinking.
This guy? No.
Not April. The other one.
Yeah. No, I know. God, aren't you glad? Can you imagine, bro?
Ooh, Jesus Christ.
Having Cliff.
Yeah, dude.
Jesus. So, no.
Yeah.
Who were you just talking about, Scott? What letters are we on? Okay, we're gonna get there. All right, quickly.
Sorry, seniors. We don't give a fuck.
Yeah, you guys were.
We didn't know you though. Like seniors and freshmen.
I'm trying to think.
John's all right now.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
No, fuck that guy.
This
Not
guy
John.
was weird.
Yeah, super weird.
She was cool. She was
She
cool.
was fine. Oh, Joel. Joel was like my introduction to like normal people, because he would cuss and he would say all kind. He was on my bus ride for a little bit.
Lindsay's brother?
Yeah, dude.
No way,
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
she was
dude.
like-
Joel was the. Oh yeah, she's the complete opposite. Joel was a realist though. We talked
Freaking
business a
juice.
few months ago. I love Joel. Joel's good people. I don't care what anyone says. There's your beast right there.
Yeah, dude, Josh Smith.
Yeah, dude. Don't
This
fuck
guy
with
here, he was from our church.
Yeah, he looks
I don't
weird,
know
bro.
if he's still alive. Sorry.
That was who was with Gross, right? She was with David
Yes.
Gross? Yeah.
I do know.
I know. Pastoral theology. Ooh, these are the off-campus married dudes. Damn, that's a rough crowd, bro.
Yeah.
Rough.
This guy took forever. I actually bought my car from him.
I remember, yeah.
The car I can still drive.
Yep. Don't have any rock music in it, though, do you? Because,
Adam.
Yep. She's cute. Who's that?
Which one?
This one? Well, the only cute one.
Bro, that's, what's her name? That's,
Oh, it is?
mhm.
Gross. She's not cute. Fuck that.
Yeah, that,
All right. I
yeah,
lied.
these two.
Yeah. Never mind. I don't know what I was thinking. I lied.
I lied. My eyes deceive me.
Liar. Oh my God, activities.
Jerry.
Yeah,
Dude, now he married.
Jerry took himself a Brown. Yeah, she
he's-
ran his shit.
Yeah.
You were, because we were. Remember, we had the class we had. Me and you and Gavin got on, or maybe Todd got on. Oh yeah, she looks dangerous. I don't remember her really. Oh yes, I do. That last name gave it away.
Mm-hmm.
But we were in a class together. Bible doctrines, I think it was 1 or 2.
Yeah.
And we had to come up with a doctrine, so we were supposed to do the Holy Spirit.
Bro, I got stuck with that, bro. Me, you,
It
bang
was a project. It was a project, so we all had to like have a part in it. And my part, I didn't prepare at all, dude. And I just walked in and I had to talk for like 10 minutes or something on the Holy Spirit, and I was just like,
and I think people even clapped for you.
It was so bad, but it was so bad that I was so unprepared, and it was just a terrible presentation. So bad. Chris Steff was teaching the class, and he immediately used me as an example, and was like, "Now make sure you prepare
Yeah.
for your shit."
Yeah,
Because I was not. And then Jerry got up to give his presentation, and pretty much his girlfriend ran the whole presentation.
Here we go. Who's who?
Who's who? What is that even?
Okay, so
What's who's
each
who?
year several seniors are selected. These seniors are selected because of their dedication to their academics, to their ministries, and to their personal Christian testimonies. Those who have earned this award are not only received their degree, but have also established for themselves a good reputation.
These all look like, I don't know, like not real people.
Yeah, well, he was.
This is, yeah. No, I'm not saying they're not. They just don't look like it. Like they're too airbrushed.
Yeah, well, they definitely took extra time.
Yeah. Oh, Mike. Graduation.
Zany.
Jesus. Dude, so graduation night, Hector Garcia, I was walking out. Remember when it was we would do the knot thing with our ties?
Yeah.
We would just tie a ridiculously huge knot. And so
Yeah.
like the tie would come down.
We had big knots.
And we could not lie. And so the tie itself would come down to here, and you'd have to tuck the back part, the little part in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. You'd have to tuck it in or like loop it up in here. But I remember that night I was walking out, I was wearing a tie that Ryan Seaton actually gave me. I was very proud of that tie. It's a Southern Gospel singer.
Dude, I can't believe he's in here. He did some crazy shit.
Damn, yeah, he did, dude. Fuck.
And people, and just in case, like you, like sponsors, like you got people, like
Yeah,
you could
that's
buy,
money.
you could
That's
buy
money. You had
pages.
to pay.
These are advertisements that you could talk about.
Yep.
What is
Work
this
in my
one?
church.
Let's see. Yeah.
Arlington Baptist Church. Anyways, I had my knot all big, and I was going, like I was walking out to graduate. I'm done with this shit. I'm finally done. And Hector like gives me this look on my tie, and I was just like, I didn't say fuck you, but I just thought like,
Yeah.
really, dude? Like I got all the way to the end, and you're still
And this
disapproving.
and this is what it
you
is.
know, fuck you, dude.
See, I didn't see him in there. He got
Oh, where's Mingy?
yeah.
No, he should be. Well,
He should have been
he might have been.
He was our
a year-
freshman.
He might have
He
been
was
a year behind us. He might. I mean, he went on tour.
So that means, yeah, he would've
I
been
feel
on
like
the
he was a
phone.
year behind us. Fellowship Baptist Church.
Oh wait, we're coming up on it. We're coming up on it. Ah!
Oh shit! The airbrushers. Oh yeah, that's the guy that molests kids. Okay, yep.
Oh.
Oh, and he's still pastors. That's right. Okay, cool. Oh, and this is the guy that sent. Hey, this is the guy that sends me. Not the same guy, but this is a picture of the guy that sends me the marriage emails that we all have come to enjoy so much, so much.
Bo Baptist Church. Well, that's pretty much the
And
size
the
of.
index.
I'm gonna. You can sign
Look
us
for
off.
John
I'm just gonna look for Em real quick just to see if I was.
So, this is. I think I said this last time with you, bro. I don't know if I'm even gonna be able to upload this.
Tim was there.
Okay, Tim was there.
Yeah,
I don't know if
I don't even know, dude.
We're
This
gonna
was
see
just-
how this goes. It was for me and John had a great time, and actually the yearbook we didn't even think of until John came over. We were gonna do the podcast, and the yearbook thing was more of a like, hey, do you have any like Ray Young books or anything? Like, do you have any leftover books from that era?
Yeah, just crazy shit.
Yeah, yeah. And I was like, I don't think so, but I'm gonna look. And I dug down deep in my box and I found the fucking the yearbook. The yearbook, and I just was like, oh, we have to go through this. Yeah. And so we went through a little bit of it before we started. So much. I mean, look, like, I feel like a lot of you, especially if you watched to this point, you're most likely you went to college with us or went to a very similar college, or most likely you went to Hyles-Anderson College same time we did, or right before or after. So a lot of people like to say, well, there was good that did come from it. At least I got married to a great wife and so on, and Jon has that, and I'm super stoked for you that you have that. And a lot of my friends do. And I'm stoked for all of you. Whether you have a spouse from that or just some great fucking friends, I'm super happy for you for that. And we just shit all over a lot of stuff. I get that. But the whole point of any negativity that's in this podcast, which, by the way, will get you kicked out of Hyles-Anderson College if you're negative.
Oh.
Any negativity towards religion, towards the IFB, it's all aimed at one thing, and that is freedom. And I want people that are watching this, that are halfway out, all the way out, thinking about getting out, to understand that, like, it's a beautiful thing once you can really embrace the person that you are. And I'm not saying, you need to be a murderer or something crazy, but just embrace who you are. Find a way to step away from all the religious bullshit, all the standards that we were taught we had to abide by, all that all the stuff that we went over about hosiery and whatnot, and just be who you are. And just be a human.
Yeah.
There's a couple fellas outside today. Here I go being a pastor with a personal illustration. Couple fellas outside my apartment today weren't doing too well. They quite obviously don't have homes. So I took them out some food and some clothes, and that's not like a big thing, but for me it felt really good. And when they left, of course, they expressed gratitude, and I looked at them and I said, we're humans.
Yeah.
For whatever reason today I'm doing better than you are financially, but we're still humans, and we still need to help each other and be good people. Yeah. So that's what I want so much of my podcast to come down to is, helping us be better people. For me and Jon, I don't know if this podcast is going to help anyone. I don't know. It helped me and Jon.
Yeah.
It was fun for us to be able to get some good laughs.
Yeah.
To talk about some crazy shit that we did and that we allegedly
did. Yeah.
And that we endured and that a lot of you have had to deal with and maybe still are dealing with. Yeah. And so, I got nothing but love for other humans. And as I've said time and time again, if you have a religion, if you go to a church, if there's a thing you're doing and you're not, and there's qualifiers, you're not shoving it down someone's throat, and you're not being harmful or hateful to anyone, cool.
Yeah.
100%,
Great. 100%.
Do it.
Yeah.
If you feel like it's bringing value and making your life better, I'm so happy for you.
Yeah.
But I think that's all I have to say. I'm thrilled that those of you that are along for this ride are along for this ride. I don't know how this podcast is gonna. It's almost 3 hours right now.
Is it really?
Yeah, dude. So we had like a few minutes of nothing at the beginning, but like it's 2 hours and 58 minutes.
Gosh.
And I'll maybe lose 5 minutes of that before the intro went in.
Dude, we'll have to get better at cutting it down.
Yeah.
It's like, because we'll just get talking and we just share stories. So this is like just really like just like a personal insight.
This is us just telling you the shit that we dealt with.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of you dealt with it too.
Yeah.
So, I'm Stuart. This is Jon. This was another amazing episode of Not Your Mother's Podcast. Really, really, as always, stoked to get your feedback, hear what you think. Wow, it feels way later than that.
Yeah. Feel free to send me a friend request. I won't accept it, but feel free to send me one. No, I'm kidding. Send me one.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. We just looked through a book. Asshole.
No,
hey, send me a friend request, and I'll delete that shit.
Yeah, I know, but for sure. And some of you guys have probably like already sent me one. I leave it unread or whatever, or I'll delete it. Don't take it personal. It's just, is what it is. But yeah, feel free if you're watching this and you remember me or Stu or anybody, give us a follow. We'd love to talk to you, be a help any way we can.
Yeah, by all means, like that's something that people have asked me before. I've been on other podcasts and I've talked about this podcast and I've mentioned this in post. But I've actually had someone reach out to me. I'm sure I've referenced it before, but I actually had someone reach out to me and tell me, hey, where else besides video, YouTube, can I consume your content? I'm looking at departing from what I'm in right now, and it's giving me some something to go off of. So I'm not saying that has to be you or that has to be where you're at, but if If you have questions, if you have something that you want to share, a personal experience, or if you just want to talk to someone about this shit, hit me up. Feel free. Hit Jon up. If there's something, if there's an abusive type of situation that you're in, you're not sure how to get out of it or how to handle it, my mother, Katie Hardy, has been an incredible resource for victims, and she continues to be. So if you want to reach out to me or her in regards to that type of a situation, we would love to help you. And we're not like, again, a lot of what we did here was very shameful to people. I get that, fuck him, fuck her, but we're not really throwing out a lot of names with that. And so I hope that you can understand that I am a person, Jon is a person, and everyone that I have on this podcast will be someone who does not lack empathy. We're not without it, and it's a big part of who we are.
Yeah,
so if there's something you're dealing with or going through that you feel in any way, shape, or form I can help you with, please let me help you. I'd love to. All right, so now I'm going to sign off again, now that it is over the 3-hour mark.
Yes, we made it.
Oh, my God. We did and we didn't. I'll cut 5 minutes off, so it'll be like 2:55. But we have been recording for 3 hours.
And we've had 7 altar calls.
At the least.
Mrs. Colston, play one more. Play one more note. All to Jesus, I surrender.
Jesus Christ. All right. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. Always awesome having the homie Jon on. Looking forward to having him again. That's all for now, folks. See ya.